That is the Duomo scene from the Belvedere. You know, Florence? You know, Florence?
What's
Wow.
up?
We're back.
We're back. It's been a while.
It
Although
has
I
been a while.
still haven't uploaded the last episode.
Yeah. Griffin
And
is.
I almost am scared to like revisit it.
Mhm.
I feel like it's gonna be just like chaos.
Dude, I think that's the best episode we've ever recorded. I think.
We're barely in it. It's
I
great.
know. That's the best thing ever. It's like we just got some vacation. It's great.
Basically, yeah. We got a
Yeah,
free week off.
Griffin's pretty upset. He tells me he checks every day. So
Yeah,
the
no,
hater
I'll have it uploaded by the end of the week for sure.
the
And
hater
I'll
is hating.
upload
Continue.
this one soon after.
Yeah. But we're gonna have an intro on this episode,
Yep, we are.
which is very exciting. Not like
Courtesy of
Mr. Caleb,
Incredible.
our boy.
Our boy
Our,
in BC, right? In engineering.
yeah, in
How did
engineering.
he have the time? How did he have the time?
I know. I know. Oh, I'm so excited to get Caleb on because there's so much lore there. There's so much lore.
I'm excited to be able to talk to him, not just listen.
Exactly, yeah.
That would be
And
good.
you guys can bond over your engineering parables.
Exactly.
Oh,
It'll be
that's
an
right word.
engineering podcast.
I know. I'm very excited. We can
Yeah.
convince Caleb to follow your path, drop out, come be a film student.
I will convince him. It's so much easier.
It's
It's
locked in.
ridiculous.
I know. It's crazy. I've been talking to a few people who are in different programs, and it's just uh, cakewalk. It's a
Even
cakewalk.
being back in Edmonton, I'm like reminded of people who are in, not that we're not in real school, but people who are in real school, you know? I'm like, oh
Yeah,
shit. Right, like you actually have to put in a lot of effort into these things.
yeah. Our school is more like, I don't know how to describe it.
It's vibes.
It's vibes. It's more akin to kindergarten at times.
Yes, I would say
Like
so.
an applied, like not a trade school, but like
It's an applied
more.
program, but it's like
Yeah.
it's almost the silliest application you could have. Like
hmm
in terms of like going to school. It's great. I think that I've
I'm
actually learned a
rocking with it.
lot.
hmm
Um
I'm confident.
even
The future is very bright.
exactly. I mean, should we start? We shot a short film a little while ago.
Yeah, we
Uh
did the 48-hour film
48
festival.
hour film festival.
I still haven't seen it. The link
Oh,
wouldn't work.
I should send it to you. Or
Yeah.
we could watch it even. It's
Oh,
quite
yeah,
terrible,
that'd be
but
dope. Oh, it wasn't good?
I mean, no, it's not. Okay, let's watch it. Let's watch it, I
Yeah,
think.
let's watch it.
And then we'll talk about it. And I can actually
Graham
put
was
it in the pod because
oh,
that'll be good.
yeah, that'd be great. Graham was confident we'd win, so I'm excited.
You'll see after this. And then I'll tell you about the troubled editing production because I don't
Yeah,
think I've told you about that yet.
I was,
Okay.
yeah, um,
Share screen. What were you going to say, sorry?
I'll get into the production afterwards, I guess, just about the issues during production because
It
it was
was
funny.
interesting.
It's funny. It's
Yeah.
very funny.
All right. It's ready.
Snowboard is live. Watch stream. Okay. Spy versus Guy. That's a great title.
Thank you. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. So there's no audio at the beginning,
Mm.
and I'll tell you why.
Is it is it lagging or is it supposed to be
It's a little choppy.
okay?
Uh, yeah, because the handheld stuff is pretty hard.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
Yep. Spy versus Guy. Little double audio for you.
Nice. I do-
Obviously, you know what's happening.
Yeah. I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of someone who,
There you are, Ethan cameo.
yeah, Ethan cameo. Nice. Nice.
Yeah,
Damn, you can really see the smoke there, huh?
I know it. We even like tried to correct that a little bit.
Yeah.
It was so bad, like in the initial cut.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's smoky.
It's a period piece.
Exactly.
I'm liking the
You're-
cinematography.
Thank you. You weren't there for any of the banana stuff, right? Like the when we were sticking it in the door.
No, no, no. I'm
Okay,
excited to
you're
see
in for
that.
a treat. You're in for a treat.
You can see someone walking their dog back there.
Yep,
Nice.
a cameo.
Yeah. Oh, here it
Here it
comes.
is.
The money shot.
Literally. Best shot in the movie.
That's great. I like that.
POV. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, that board is so good.
I still have it. I have it hanging in my room now.
Good. Be worth a lot of money one day.
I think so.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
The reveal. Here comes Sam. Pivotal role.
Yeah. That's
You
it.
know, that's pretty good.
Pretty
God,
good.
is there
For 48
Aya?
hours? That's not bad.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking good. And
Pretty fucking good.
not the most smooth production, I'll say, just because
In terms of the Red Deer boys, yeah.
yeah, the Red Deer boys dropped the ball a little bit.
we appreciated you guys being there.
Yeah.
But it did make the shoot a little more chaotic, I will say.
Hmm. So what happened was this first day, right? Writing went pretty well, I'd say, all things considered.
Yeah, we got everything done like I think by 12, which
Hmm.
pretty reasonable time for
I for
everybody to
some
like go
reason
home and go to
going
sleep.
I for some reason going into it thought like we would not be sleeping and we'd just be grinding all night. So I was
I think
preparing
that's what
myself.
we thought as well.
Yeah.
And then we just got everything done. Actually, I stayed up for another couple hours to like organize
Yeah.
everything later, but
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
no.
first night
We
was
went
super smooth. Well,
me
first
and
first writing phase of the night was super smooth.
I slept in the same bed that famous film actress Tattoo Cardinal once slept in.
That is
So
true.
I watched the trailer for the upcoming Scorsese film, Killers of
Yes.
the Flower Moon, like 8 times in
Good.
that bed.
Good.
So it's locked in.
To get inspired
Oh yeah, I felt the energy. It
for the
was
next day's
immaculate.
work, which we would,
Yeah.
I'm sure, all five of us be part of.
Jake popped on the Joe Rogan podcast with Alex Jones. We watched that for an hour or
Nice.
so, just giggling. It's a
Yep.
giggle fest, that one.
Absolutely.
And then I think like it was like 5 a.m. and I'm like
Yeah.
half asleep, and I get woken up by Jake, and he says like he's been puking and he needs to go, and I'm like okay. I wake up the next morning, he's just gone, and I honestly assumed I had dreamt that. I'm not gonna lie, I
Yeah.
thought that was all in my brain, but
Yeah.
poor
He
Jakey.
texted, yeah, poor Jakey. He texted me at 5 a.m. and was like, yo, I'm leaving. And so I was
Yeah.
like asleep. So I like woke up to that. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
We
I
lost
guess
a crew member.
the air quality
Yeah.
must
The
have
air
fucked them.
quality.
It
We
was
also we
pretty
were
bad.
eating like it was really, really bad. Like it was actually
Yeah.
dangerous to be outside.
Mhm.
Um,
It was, did not give me the best impression of Edmonton because it was not that bad in Red Deer.
no,
Um,
but you said it was
no, no.
raining ash in Red Deer.
Yeah, but, like, Edmonton, just the smoke felt so dramatic, like, ridiculous. I
It
don't
had been
know.
that way for like a couple days already by the time you
It
guys got there. Like
it
maybe even
felt
a week.
it felt
Like
apocalyptic.
yeah,
Um,
it was really bad.
over my weekend in, Edmonton, I, like, crossed the entire city pretty much to get to Sherwood Park at one point, and we crossed this, like, industrial area with all these, like,
Yeah.
smokestacks and all these, like,
Yep.
things that were shooting fire into the sky, and it was the
Yeah.
most, like, crazy looking sight with all the
It's like
smoke
Blade
in the
Runner,
air.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, felt it looked dope, honestly, but
No, it's
no,
awesome. I also had to make that drive on Thursday
yeah,
to go to work, and it was
nice.
crazy just seeing all
Yeah,
the smoke and shit.
crazy vibes.
Why did you go to Sherwood Park or
Um,
Spruce Grove? I don't remember what you said.
we'll get to that part of the story.
Okay.
We're still on the film shoot.
Yeah. So
Um,
yeah, it's Saturday, the day we're gonna shoot everything. We're down a crew
yeah,
member. We're down
yeah,
Jake. Um, I think though shooting goes really well. Like
yeah,
overall, we take a little while to get started, but it's just because we're
that's
making
how it
sure we have
goes.
everything we need.
Your mother,
Eat some
must
food.
I say, makes delicious hash browns.
Oh, I'm glad you like them.
Very yummy.
That's
Great
good.
meal all around, I'll say.
Yeah.
Lovely family.
Thank you very much.
Great home. 10 out of 10.
Yeah. How did you find the experience of working with
Oh
Gabe
yeah,
and Elise,
The
the
Edmonton
Edmonton crew?
crew. Great gang.
Yeah.
Great folk. Um, I yeah, very kind, very creative,
Hmm.
very receptive, I'll say. It's good.
Yeah. I feel like the whole atmosphere of that shoot was like really good, like really
Yeah.
positive. It felt like to me like
Mhm.
everybody was throwing ideas out for what to do, and
Yeah. We had
like
some
there was
pretty
really
kooky ideas,
exactly, and there
but
was really like no bad ideas too. It was all
yeah.
kind of like
Oh,
during the shoot. I mean, the writing was a little more chaotic, but the
if
shoot
only
itself
Matthew
was
was
really
there.
it, we wouldn't have finished. I don't think we would have done anything. Sorry, Matto, but there's no way.
Yeah. Um, yeah. It went great though. I had to leave early, unfortunately, because
Yeah, but luckily you'd already communicated this to us, so
yeah,
we
yeah.
knew and we were able to kind of work around it. We
Pretty
got all this
crazy
stuff.
coincidence, honestly, that just
Pretty crazy, yeah.
because Keegan's birthday was on the 20th of May,
Hmm.
and I had, like, for months known I'm going up in Edmonton 25th 20th and 21st, do some
Yep.
stuff up there for his birthday, and then this just happened
Line
to
up.
be on the 19th. Yeah, so that was great. Just great little coming together.
Coincidence. Yeah.
Yeah, and I felt bad leaving early, but felt
No,
like
it
we
was
got a
good.
good chunk of, like,
And
most of it
honestly,
done.
yeah, like I think we kept shooting until like 9. So,
Okay.
and you left around 4, so it
Yeah.
wasn't too much after that. I think we just
Mhm.
did the other room and then outside stuff.
Yeah. It was
So,
good
it was
learning how
good.
to do sound and stuff. Never done
And I
sound
think
before.
your sound turned out pretty well. I mean, the outside stuff just cuz it's
Yeah.
outside kinda.
And also, like, how far trying to extend that thing, that was
Yeah.
tough, man.
Oh yeah, it's
Oh,
heavy, right?
it's heavy,
Like
yeah.
yeah.
It is heavy. And it's luckily the same, like, system we use at school, so
Yeah. You had a
that's
little bit
great.
of familiarity.
Yeah. I'd never even used it at school, so this was, like, my first drop in, really. It's great.
It sounded good.
Um,
Like there was honestly we had no problems with the sound at all,
love it.
except for in editing.
Mm.
So we
So it looked choppy there. Was that because of the frame rate issues on the camera or just because of, like, lagging of the
no,
stream or
well, like at the beginning, you mean the first? Because it
yeah.
after the title sequence, it should have been okay. But before then, we were like, we're gonna do it all handheld, like no
Mhm.
sound, and just because of the lens that we had was so like it was a zoom lens, right? So it was pretty
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
Every like shake was really hard, and we were
Mm.
trying to do like walking backward shots, and
Okay.
it was me and then Gabe also on the camera, and we both
Yeah.
had pretty shaky hands, clearly.
Yeah.
So we tried to like stabilize it and do our best, but just
Didn't seem too bad.
with the time allotment, it kind of
Yeah.
It got really choppy there.
hmm
It would have been those shots should have really been on a dolly. But
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
yeah,
No
not gonna
dolly.
rent a dolly for this.
Yeah. It's
So
really cool
yeah,
though. All that equipment.
yeah, it was like
Definitely.
$150.
It's
It's
really
pretty
cool
good.
actually. Yeah.
Actually, Gabe has a camera now for like the rest of the summer. That's
Oh
similar
shit.
to the one we were using. So
That's
I think we're
awesome.
gonna start making shit. We were talking about doing a
Sick.
documentary on Jehovah's Witness, just
That'd
like
be
following them
awesome.
around for a day.
That'd be
Yeah,
really
just
sick.
see what their life is like. I think it would be kind
Yeah.
of fun.
It'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited to do more projects like that this summer. This one really got me fired
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, I got a few projects planned.
Hell yeah. Let me know. I will drive down to Red Deer. I
Yeah.
will be there. And then I'll leave
Um,
halfway through shooting.
yeah, customary, right?
Exactly.
Um, but yeah, overall 10 out of 10 experience.
That's good. Yeah, I think it was a really good experience for me as well. And it was great to
Yeah.
like jump back in with these people I'd made a few movies with before as well and be like, okay,
Yeah.
still got it. And we all know what we're doing now rather
Yeah.
than like in years past, kind of not really knowing how to use
hmm
cameras and not having any real equipment.
Yeah, and it can be
Um,
a little nerve-wracking when you like
Definitely.
combine two worlds of your
It was a
life.
little nerve wracking.
Yeah.
I was like,
I
shit,
like
what do these
what
guys
will happen?
know? What could happen? Because I've
Will
known
they
Gabe
get
and
along?
Elise for like 10 years, right?
Yeah.
Which is pretty
Yeah, it's time to
crazy.
give
But
up that.
yeah.
Yeah. I've experienced that a little bit. Not to the same extent, but like just introducing you to like
Mhm.
Keegan, Griffin, and
Yep.
Caleb soon.
Yep.
So I
The
understand.
boys. Yeah.
Yeah, the boys.
It's
But
it's kind of cool. It's good to combine worlds and see
it
like
is. And
how they
also
go
Michael.
go together.
Michael.
Michael, yeah. Michael is like a whole other world though.
That's a whole different crazy
It's like
thing.
it's a different multiverse.
And the lore on Michael is ever expanding too, but I'm not allowed to get into that on the pod. So
No.
no.
Okay.
There's actually so
That's
much lore
exciting.
I cannot get into on the pod for
Not safe for
legal
pod.
reasons.
How many
Well, I
quails
don't
did you
know.
kill?
Okay, no quails. No more quails. Well, no, I haven't seen a quail since. Is all I'll say.
Because they've all been dead.
No, no. The lore I'm referring to is about my workplace. There's some crazy lore
Oh,
going down.
yes.
And if I
In the
divulged,
restaurant.
I think I could get in legal trouble probably. So
And putting it on air probably wouldn't be
yeah,
a great
but
idea.
maybe like off the air I'll tell you, or maybe like a year down the line, maybe
We'll
I'll
do
tell you.
another After Dark sometime.
Yeah, it's great lore though. It's so
I'll
much
get
fun.
into it.
All
Okay.
I'll say is it's the season finale of Moxie's, and it's great.
Whoa. Are you
Yeah.
quitting? Or is it just like
Oh no, no, no.
okay.
Just I just the story arcs are coming to fruition, and it's great.
Everything is coming together.
Yeah, it's great. I love to. You love to see
Well,
it.
you just gave all our podcast listeners blue balls, but that's okay.
I know. Sorry, guys. You have to know me personally to get that lore.
Yep.
Sorry.
One day. I
One
one day
day.
I'll talk to every single fan. I'll tell them. If you come up
Yeah.
to me on the street, it'll be
I'll
great.
give
You
you
can
a
know
sit down.
everything about me.
We'll get some coffee, and I'll give you the rundown. All
Yep.
the deep lore.
Critterpit Live.
Yeah. But yeah. So I'm glad production went well. Did you run into any issues with the like frame rate? Because that was an issue at one point in the production. Was like,
Yes. So yeah, we were shooting at 60 for some reason.
hmm
That actually
yeah,
wasn't that big of an issue. We just had to speed it up like
okay,
250%, and then it was
hmm
golden. Like it didn't affect. We were still able to put it at 24.
yeah,
So that was good. The issue that we had was that when we were exporting it at like 550 and it was due at six
hmm
o'clock, it was coming through with no audio. Like we were
Oh
getting nothing on
no,
the exported file. So we keep
shit.
exporting it like 5 or 6 times and like just nothing is coming through.
Oh
And so
no.
it's like 5:59 and we're like, fuck, we're gonna have to upload one without sound. So we
Yeah,
do. And then we go on a walk and we're all defeated.
damn.
And I go home and I'm like, oh, I'll show my parents because like I have the link to it now,
Yeah.
and it has audio. It doesn't have the song at
Oh
the
my
beginning,
lord,
but it has audio. So we don't
it's a
know what happened,
Christmas
but
miracle.
yeah, Werner Herzog he blessed
Under
us.
Herzog Memorial Crew. That's a
Yeah,
great joke, I will say. You
I'm
got
really
me.
excited. Yeah, we're gonna go
I
to Red Deer or not Red Deer, Okotoks to go
damn.
watch it.
Be sick. When is that?
It's this Sunday.
This
So all
Sunday?
you all you
Damn.
Okotoks fans, get out. Show your
Damn.
support.
If I didn't work, I'd gladly go up to Okotoks, but in another life.
You know, I'm
You know how
sure
it goes.
next year and there'll be other film
Yeah.
competitions you'll be
Oh,
out
yeah.
at. I think it'll be
Yeah.
fun though.
I'm looking
At
at a
least Gabe and
Kimberly
I are
Horror
gonna go.
Festival.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Could be cool. That's
You have
one
a
of the
project
projects.
for it? That'll be cool.
Yeah. I don't know if it'll fall under 10 minutes, which is the requirements, but
What's the
we'll see.
project? How it
It's
sounds
like
ambitious if you think it's gonna be more than 10 minutes.
it's well, you know me. I indulge. I'm kind of like I like to make the Babylon of short films. You
Yeah.
saw The Perfect Shot. That was
That was a long
very long.
movie,
Yeah.
but it was great. It was
But
perfect.
it was perfect, hence the title. Um, but yeah, it's like a horror thing. It's about like it's on a river, and I want it to be very like procedural kinda until it gets to like the horror elements, right? Kinda like to set the tone, you know?
Yep.
And I think it'll be cool.
When's the festival? Like, when are you hoping to have it done?
No clue.
Okay.
Yeah, should
Just
probably
working
research
on
into
it.
that. I'm
Yeah.
still working on something for the 1 minute festival thing,
That's due really soon, I think, isn't it?
June 18th.
Okay. You got a bit of time?
So I got plenty of time, and the shooting's all gonna be like in my house, so it's not gonna be
Okay.
tough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you don't need to worry about sound,
Oh no,
which is
oh no,
nice.
or color because I'm doing like a noir thing.
Woohoo! But you
Right?
still need to
I
worry
know.
about shadows. There's still a lot.
Yeah, shadows are easy though. Get out.
Yeah, light is naturally the easiest thing about movies.
So easy that I
You know,
learned.
when
That's something I learned doing the recreate lighting project.
yeah,
So easy.
that's something that we learned from Young is that
Yeah,
lighting is just really easy. Just get a
yeah.
light meter.
So easy.
Still in
No, lighting's
disbelief
a
Young is
bitch,
gone.
man.
Lighting
Yeah,
is I wanna be so good at it. I
I
wanna
know.
keep practicing and just, like,
Yeah.
figure it out because it's so
It's
foreign
so
still.
I know, but it's so instrumental to
It's, like,
everything.
probably the most important part, really, like,
You
getting
see
good
lighting,
lighting.
the layman thinks lighting in film, can you see the actor's face? But it's
Mhm.
just like there's so much you can do with it with textures and shadows, right?
Yeah,
And
and
hues and colors.
lighting
It's
tells you so
crazy.
much about a character too, like,
Mhm.
it's incredible. Speaking of
Yeah.
universal classic horror monsters, you know, they're all lit in a very specific way to
Yeah,
create that, like, monster look.
I know. Like Hannibal Lecter a little bit in Silence of the Lambs,
A little bit. I just got
but
a
we're
text
not
from
there yet.
Troy. He's at
Dope.
work. He can't come.
Oh, damn.
We spilt this whole thing around him, but it's great.
Shit.
What a
Oh,
guy.
well.
That's okay. We'll have Troy on some other time.
Yeah.
We announced our very special guest that's coming on sometime soon.
Do we know what episode he's on for?
I don't remember, but he
Oh,
said he will be. Um, we have a very
David.
we've been building this character up for a long time. David's coming on. Let me
And
see.
I'm a little nervous, honestly, because I have no idea how this will go. Because,
He's gonna watch Shock Corridor, episode 19.
ooh, exciting. Samuel Fuller, right?
Yep,
Nice.
Samuel Fuller.
Yeah. That's exciting. I'm
Yeah,
nervous because we don't know who David is.
this is the first real guest. Like it's just a
Yeah.
guest.
We don't know who he is. I thought he was
Yep.
Sam's friend for the longest time.
Nope. Don't know him at all. I
Yeah.
just asked him
So,
to come on, and no, I didn't even ask him to come on. He knew about the podcast. It
wait,
was
so how did
incredible.
the interaction happen?
I slid into his DMs, like
Ooh.
I messaged him back from like one of his stories, and then we
Okay. Oh,
started
that's your
talking.
classic. That's the Sam classic right there. The Sam Gambit, as I
It
call it.
because it's so low stakes. It's great.
I should start doing
Um,
that.
yeah, literally.
Yeah.
um, it's great, and then it's low stakes, and then we just started talking, and he's coming on. He's coming
And he
on.
knew about Critterpit.
He knew about Critterpit. I think
Wow.
because he follows us both on Letterboxd, and so
Yeah,
he's
he
like,
likes all my reviews now too. Like
he's
he's the
awesome.
best. I love this
He's
guy.
prob
And
he's probably the number one fan because he's like a natural
ooh,
fan too.
yeah,
Like
that's
he
true. He's
literally
not like
doesn't
my
know either
friend.
of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. And he has good reviews too, I'll say.
Yes,
Very good reviews.
his review from Clio 5 to 7 made me feel really smart talking about it later that day after we watched it.
Let me see if he has anything to say about Silence.
Surely he's
I think
probably seen this film.
that should be like like something we always do. Like, what does David say about this
Yeah, what's
film?
David's review? It's like a little segment. That'd be fun.
David gives it 9 out of 10, but he has nothing to say.
Nothing to say.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Sometimes you just have nothing to say.
Yeah, sometimes a movie leaves you speechless,
Yeah.
which
Like
is not good for a podcast.
like Blackberry.
Fast X.
Or wait,
Oh,
no. We're
we already
still on
talked about
Edmonton, I
Blackberry.
forgot. Edmonton, what else do I have to say about Edmonton?
How was the Arctic Room?
Oh, so cool. So cool, man. Probably not worth $600 for a night, but I didn't pay, so that's sick.
Yeah, that's what matters most.
So cool. There's a jacuzzi in there, bro.
Sick.
My lord. It was me, McDougal, and Keegan in the jacuzzi. We got room service, and might I say, room service is one of the finest things in this life. Nothing
Absolutely.
makes you feel more like a king than getting a charcuterie board and a bottle of wine directly to your room. Good
Yep.
lord. The whole time we were getting pretty drunk
Kings.
and we were just hitting so many Sopranos quotes. I was the only one in that jacuzzi who had even seen it, but they just
And
picked
they're
up like natural.
yep.
And we were like talking about work drama and real life stuff just all through the lens of the Sopranos. We were so lost in the sauce, and let me tell you, we saluted like everything. It was salute like
What
like 30 times easily.
what do you mean salute? Like you just saluted
It's
each
like,
other?
that's something no, no, no. It's something in Sopranos. They'll do like a toast and then they go, "Salute," type
Oh
of thing.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and we did that to, like,
Italian.
everything, pretty much.
Nice.
So, yeah, that was a great little that's like that feels like the send off of my Sopranos arc, I don't know.
You're
I'm,
done? You're done with
I don't
Tony?
know. I'm moving on a bit.
You're gonna
I'm
have to
moving
change
on.
your Discord guy.
No, but that's such a funny image.
You have to do it
Ugh,
if the
no,
Sopranos
Tony's
lore is over.
I think Sopranos lore will permanently be part of my life. But now I'm moving on to newer things, I think. I'm kind of getting into the Silence of the Lambs universe right now, I think, after watching this film.
Have you
But
seen any of the other?
yes. Yes, it's gonna be I have a lot to say.
Okay.
But yeah. Um but yeah, the jacuzzi was great, Sopranos is great. Got to see my old chef. That's why I was crossing the city to Sherwood Park.
Nice.
So it felt like a Sopranos weekend. We were getting the nice hotel room, the jacuzzi, the room service. We went to this very nice restaurant where we got free desserts, 3-course meal.
Ooh.
Our like
Nice.
he like came to our table personally to deliver our food. Our
That's
old head
insane.
chef. It was great.
Incredible. What restaurant was this?
Just chopped. Very
Ah,
nice
yes.
place. It was
Classy.
very nice bathroom. I wanted to get a video for Graham, but I was worried about getting kicked out.
You sent a video of my bathroom to Graham.
I know. He loved it.
Yeah, that's
It's
good.
one of my favorite parts of my life at the moment is bathroom reviews with Graham. It's
Yeah,
just
that's one of the many perks of Graham. He'll
yeah.
review all bathrooms.
He has a passion. So Edmonton, E Town as I call it,
Yeah. Smoke City.
7 out of 10.
7 out of 10 just because of the
Great.
smoke?
Yeah. 8 out
Man,
of 10.
you gotta come at a non-smoky time.
I'm actually going there in July.
Oh, shout out.
Yeah.
What are you doing there? We should hang
I'm
out.
seeing Theo Vaughn, bro.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I love Theo.
Are you going with Jake?
I don't know. I just impulsively bought the tickets. So I might be
Okay.
going by myself. I don't know.
You just have
Whatever.
you just have one ticket, you're gonna go.
Yes. It's only 90
Nice.
bucks, so not bad.
That's kind of a lot of money.
It's like a whole like festival thing though,
Okay.
like
Do you
with
know where
other
he's playing?
comedians. It's like the Great Outdoors Festival. It was like give me a second here.
Because I think
Dead air.
a normal park would be Horlack Park for that kind of thing, but that's closed. So
Kinsman Park.
okay, it's
Nice.
pretty nice.
Yeah.
You get
I
to
love
experience a
Theo.
little bit more of the city.
Theo is so funny, man. He's just and I was thinking, fuck it, man. I gotta
Just do it.
live.
All.
Gotta live.
Shout out. That'll be a
So
lot of
yeah,
fun, I think. Let me know when
yeah,
you're in town.
yeah. I should say what's up.
Yeah, because I want to take you. There's this sick DVD store that I found. I
Nice.
told you
Well,
guys to go to, and they have
it,
like so many Criterions and just a whole bunch of
oh
other
my
stuff too.
god.
It's
Yeah,
incredible.
it's at like 6:30 or something. So
Oh, okay, early start.
yeah, I'll see what's up. We should plan something. It'll be dope.
Definitely,
E-town.
definitely.
Maybe you'll get that E-town rating up a little bit from Nate. We'll
Or
see.
it'll be really smoky again. He'll just be
Yeah.
the
Speaking of
same.
natural disasters, I just got a tornado warning. So if I
Really?
if I die here, if I just disconnect, just know I'm getting
Well, no, it's not.
twistered.
That'll be fun.
Yeah,
Film it.
that would be
Just
fun.
start taking video.
That's true. Film life, baby.
Yep. It's all
Okay.
film. Everything.
So Edmonton debrief. Cross that off the list. Jacuzzi hijinks. Cross off the list. Oh yeah, water park. I gotta talk about the water park.
I love the water park.
Love the water park. It was packed.
Really?
It was packed
I
because it
guess it
was
was the
May
long
long
weekend, right?
weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was fucked, man. I felt like I was storming the beaches going into the wave pool, man. It was crazy.
Did you get
And
like
like,
elbowed and stuff? Because I
oh
remember
dude,
that
we
being a
got
big
more than
problem.
elbowed. We were getting
Yeah.
fucking smoked by heat missiles. Like those tubes, we were getting smoked.
Yeah, yeah.
It was some of the most fun I have in a moment, man. We would just try to get up as close as possible. Like
Yep.
I looked over at one point right before I got just dogged by that wave. And I saw McDougal just get like slammed between two tubes.
No.
It was brutal.
Rip McDougal.
We decided to start striking back, and we as they'd hit us, we'd like push up and try to flip them. So that was fun.
That's a good
Um,
idea. Did you flip
yeah,
many?
a few. Yeah, it was satisfying.
Nice. Yeah. It's just like
God, man,
6-year-old kids on them.
I like
Just
headbutted a few dudes, dude. Not
oh
on
yeah.
like purpose, but like it gets brutal.
That's
And
Edmonton, man. Edmonton's
did I ever
hardcore.
tell you my concussion story at West Edmonton Mall?
Yeah, that you just went into the
Yeah,
bathroom and like
yeah, yeah.
silently were dying.
That was one of my lowest moments.
And
I
was
was
there a
terrified.
repeat?
I was terrified. There was one point where I got sucked under the waves, and I got hit by another wave while still like submerged, and that's the danger zone. That's really
Yeah.
dangerous,
Well,
actually.
especially like the lifeguards, like they're not going to do anything. They can't see. Like
Oh,
they're
we had a great bit. We had a great bit, right? The lifeguards
yeah,
would always be like yelling at people to not go near
yep.
the line, and we were still deep in the Sopranos like sauce, right? So we go, oh, we're nowhere near the line. This is anti-Italian discrimination. So that was great.
That's really
Um,
fun.
yeah,
And
threading a
what was
lot
your
of
favorite?
lifeguards.
What was your favorite slide?
Oh, I love the pink one, man. I love the pink one, the spinny one, the loop one that you just get dropped
Oh yeah,
off.
yeah, yeah.
That one's great. Toilet bowl's a
That drop's a
classic,
lot of fun. I love the
but I
toilet
like,
bowl.
but like with the pink one, right? As I was in there, waiting in there, and I love how like they weigh you before like getting on there. You feel like a pig going to the slaughter. I don't know.
And
It's
then they
great,
put
but
you, yeah, in like a little compartment, like a
I had like the most
tombstone.
intense experience on that thing though, because I got on there, and right before we got on there was this like literal like infant man who they were about to send down on this other slide by itself. Because like up there, right, you see the entrance to this other slide, right? It's
Yeah.
right next to each other. And there's just an infant there about to put down this thing. And we're like, they're not just gonna put that infant down the slide. That looks like a newborn. Like, what are they doing? And the whole time, right, like we're watching this, and the lifeguard's like looking around for somebody, like, what do I do? Do I just send this kid down?
Yeah.
And as I get in the slide, I see the kid just go down. And I'm
He
like,
did
what
it.
the fuck? I start stressing out because I'm like, you can't do
Kid's gonna
that.
die.
Yeah. And then I get dropped and it's terrifying. And as I get dropped and look down, just I get struck by the imagery of Uncut Gems, the
The
prostate scene from
prostate.
that film. Yeah.
Yeah,
So it was an amalgamation of emotions, man.
that's so weird.
Yeah. It was
There's a lot
crazy.
going on in your
A
brain
lot.
that moment.
No, it was a lot,
Yeah,
but it was very fun. Very fun. So
we gotta
yeah,
get back to the water park sometime. I've not been probably
E-Town
since like grade
at a
9.
10. Really? Damn. I've been more than
Yeah,
you. Quite a bit more than you, actually.
probably, yeah.
Shit.
I
I
was
will
just at the
say,
mall on Monday though. It was a good
nice.
time.
Got so fucking lost in that place
Yeah,
trying to find Keegan and McDougal. Got so lost.
it's big, but it's not like that confusing. It's just like 3 hallways.
It's very confusing. I put
Okay.
on No Sleep Till Brooklyn, and I'm like, okay, the song's hype. I can find my way.
Yeah.
You know, I just explored this entire mall with Jake the other day,
You
and
should know every corner.
I got so lost.
Did you
I
see the
like it
whale?
like the way. Yeah, dude, I'd never seen that whale before.
It used to be much more prominent. Now they kinda hid it.
Yeah, I like came upon that, and I've been in West Edmonton Mall like a dozen times, and I'm like, I've never seen this thing before.
Did you go in
I'm.
its mouth?
It says not to go like
Oh,
climb it.
what?
Yeah, but there was
They
like
used
a
to
kid
just let
taking
you
a
go in the
photo in
mouth.
it.
Yeah,
There were kids in there anyways, so don't think
and it would be,
people were
like, so
bothered.
dark, you could, like, get really deep in there.
Oh yeah, just
Spooky,
get
yeah.
bored.
Yeah, I mean, I
That's
was
great.
always a little kid when I did that, but it was spooky, I remember.
Maybe I'll need to make a trip up to Edmonton to do that.
I think that's a good reason to come.
Yeah, but yeah, I think that's the full debrief on E Town.
Yeah, overall, good time.
Overall, good time. Great
You
time.
yeah, my worlds were
What's that?
my worlds were combined, and
Oh
you
yeah,
got on some fun water slides, so
yeah.
yeah, it was a
Got to do
good
a little bit of
time.
film. I saw Fast X as well in
Did.
IMAX. First film I ever saw in IMAX.
Yeah, and
Um,
you didn't know what IMAX was.
yeah, I always assumed AVX was IMAX, but no, we don't even have IMAX in Red Deer, so
Were you
that's
amazed by how
great.
big the screen was? You were like,
It's pretty
"Whoa, they
gnarly.
make them this big?"
I got the car tin, which was pretty dope.
And the car.
Yeah,
Just
and you
having
got
to
free posters
untangle my
too.
microphone. Just give me a second.
Ah,
Phil,
yeah,
Phil, Phil, Phil.
you get a free poster with IMAX, which is dope. Jake still has mine, which is a shame. And you go knock on his door and break some kneecaps. You know what I mean?
Do it. You don't
Get my
always get a free
poster.
poster with an
No,
IMAX movie. No. Sounds like Fast X was just unique.
I wanted to grab one for you, but Jake didn't like that idea of just grabbing call multiples. So, oh
You should
well.
have.
Yeah, great movie. I really loved it. I don't know, thought it was great. I'm a I'm a
Lots of
Fast and
fun.
Furious I'm a Fast and Furious diehard, and I think that film it hit all the beats. You know?
A Fast and Furious freak, if you will.
Yeah, it's a fucking silly franchise, and it was silly. What else more do you need? You know? It was silly, took itself too seriously. Vin Diesel like over glorifies himself. Like that's everything I want personally. You
Yeah.
know? Ends on
Honestly,
like
yeah.
the biggest cliffhanger, dumbest reveals. That's all I want. It's awesome.
Have you been watching any of the like behind the scenes, like the press of not behind the scenes, just the press of Vin Diesel and
Oh,
like Michelle
I've seen a
Rodriguez?
bit
They're
talking about the
insane.
Oscars. Yeah, and that's all that makes it even better, man.
It does. They take these movies so seriously. I don't think
Oh,
they've
it's
seen
so
other
great.
movies.
I
Like
know. Like
it's incredible.
it's a religion to them.
It is. It feels like a cult. Like the way
I'm
that
in
the
that
actors
cult.
talk about it.
I'm in that cult, bro.
You're I feel like the numbers are few because this movie has not been doing incredibly well.
No?
No,
I
it cost like almost $400 million to make, I
I
think, right? Like
know.
it's
It's a
insane.
crazy big movie. I think there's some really fun action in it though.
Yeah, but apparently not enough. Yeah, let's see. $340 million budget.
Ooh, that's a
And so
beast.
far it's made $542 million back.
Damn.
And so
I wonder
maybe
if
it's made its money back, but it's hard to say with like marketing and stuff.
you broke the numbers down, which would be a bigger loss, this or Irishman?
Probably Irishman, right? I
Oh, you
can't
say that
imagine Irishman
easily.
made any money.
Ah, it won my heart though.
Irishman has also won my heart. It's very good. It's just
Really?
like it's a very, very, very good movie. I just wish they maybe made it
Whoa.
like 50 years ago, right? Like not
Are
50,
you
like 40
revealing this
years
for the
ago.
first time here on Critter Pit Live that
I'm
you
not.
have seen the light?
I'm not an Irishman hater necessarily. I just
You
think it's they're so old. Also, I love Martin Scorsese now. I'm like
yeah,
fully into
yeah.
him.
I was watching him talk about just production of the film and why he chose to tell the story from the perspective he chose and how he was like speaking with Osage members and
Yeah,
How he like, and I think it's gonna slap, and I think it's gonna be very respectful. I think
I think
it's
so
gonna
too.
be really great.
And it seems like they changed a lot, like, during the production of the movie
Mhm.
too, because of these
Yeah,
consultations he had, which is really
like
kinda cool to
they're
hear.
they're they're not telling it from the FBI's perspective anymore, which is great
Yeah,
because
which is really
Scorsese
good.
said it'd just be a boring story, you know?
Yeah, it'd be the
Which
same, right? We've seen that
yeah,
kinda movie so many
like
times.
he's telling it from such like a morally complex angle this time, which I love. It's like
I'm so excited for this movie.
it's like Leo's character is like trying to I don't know if he is, but like his uncle is De Niro, right? The greedy like
Mhm.
land baron who's trying to get him to marry the native princess pretty much to like steal their fortune, right? Is
Well,
what's
yeah,
going on
so
there?
I think the story is kind of that, like, the Osage were able to take, like, or actually have claim over the land in that
Oh
area where
yeah,
there was a
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
oil, right? So then when all of these, like, Osage
They
elders are
got
dying and their
insanely
daughters,
rich.
yeah, and then their daughters would be inheriting this wealth, it's when all the old white men came in to swoop them up.
That's crazy, man.
And then
Oh,
obviously, all
I
of the
watched
chaos that would
I watched a
ensued.
short doc on it. It's a crazy time of history that I'd never even heard about. It's crazy. This is it was the founding of the FBI or something. This
It
event.
is, yeah. Yes,
That's crazy, man. It's like American history.
it is.
Damn.
I'm so this is my most hyped
Yeah.
movie of the year for sure, right? Like,
I was so hyped on Dune Part 2, but like, fuck,
I'm
man.
hyped on Dune Part 2, but it can't be better than this, I think. Like, it'll be
Yeah. This
good,
is
but
like
it's just like
Scorsese. This is gonna be peak Scorsese, I
this is,
think.
I think, like a master class in
Like
cinema. Like,
he like hearing him talk about cinema and where he's at in his life, like it's weird to say for such a prestige director, but like it feels like he's matured so much, you know?
mhm,
And it's great like seeing a man like at that age, 80 years old, just still learning, still growing, you know, still like accepting change and trying to grow and be better in his craft. Like you see
it
so many filmmakers who just stagnant.
exactly,
It's
get
great.
comfortable.
Mhm.
But
But
no,
like
and
this
then he's
feels
making a movie about
radical.
Jesus next.
I know.
About as
And like
opposite as you could get, I think, but
I like seeing how we tackled Jesus's subject matter earlier though, I'm very excited
it'll be
to
cool
see
to
what
see
he'll
how
do.
he's doing it, like, it's almost 40 years later, right? Or not, like,
Yeah.
30 years later, like,
I
that'll
have it
be
on my
cool.
shelf. Let's see. When did this come out? 1988. So yeah, it's been a
Yeah,
while.
35 years.
Damn. Yeah, Scorsese's one of the goats. It will be a very sad day when he passes.
Yeah, yeah, I don't think he will, I think he'll live forever.
Yeah,
Um,
me too. I'm gonna try to watch all his movies this summer before that one comes out. Be
yeah,
cool because
I
he
just
is.
discovered, like, a Scorsese movie I'd never heard of before, like, the one with
Mm,
Nicolas Cage in it, I'd
yeah,
never
Bringing
heard
Out
of
the
it.
Dead.
It's
It's
coolest poster
crazy.
I've ever seen in my life, like, that I
Yeah,
love that
it goes
poster
hard.
so
Are you talking
much.
about the letterbox one?
Yeah, like, with the red?
Yeah, yeah, and the cross. It's
Yeah,
great.
it is awesome. I love that.
Yeah, man, and
Ah,
he's done a
Martin.
lot of documentary work, which I wasn't familiar with.
Mhm, and he's
Like a
c
lot
like,
of
it seems like he promotes a
musical
lot of world
documentaries.
cinema as well,
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
really cool.
He's big for like African cinema and stuff.
Have you listened to
And
his, A24 podcast? He's got one of those.
yeah, it was with I think it was when you sent me. I watched a
Yeah,
long time
maybe.
ago.
It's so good, and it's just, like,
Yeah,
he watches so many movies too,
I know
like,
he's the best.
and he's
Fuck,
so, like, happy to see, like, new
I
movies and,
know.
like, it
And he
just so
uplifts people.
how exciting how excited he is about them too. It's just
Yeah,
crazy. He's, like, 80, and he still
I
gets so
know.
excited about what's going on
There's a
instead of
reason
just
everyone
being
loves
like,
Marty.
yeah, exactly, instead of just being like, "Oh, it's all the old movies that are the
Yeah,
best."
yeah. You see him like he says, of course, cinema is in a bad place at times, but you
Mhm,
also see him actively trying to better it by uplifting different voices, which is so cool.
exactly,
You know,
and I feel like
like
I don't know, maybe I shouldn't be speaking to this, but like a Tarantino or something where it seems like he's just constantly, like, ripping on, like,
Wes Anderson,
new movies. I
or
don't
not Wes
hear Wes
Anderson.
Anderson,
I
but,
thought you
like,
were gonna say just getting stagnant in their style,
oh, no, no,
which
yeah. I mean, is he? Like, what do you think his new movie's gonna
Wes.
be good? Wes? Yeah.
I'm not super familiar with Wes. I just like to hate on him. I don't know why.
You're a hater.
I
You've got
I
some
hate the
fun movies.
dialogue.
They're quirky.
I can't believe I hadn't seen Fantastic Mr. Fox. That's crazy.
That is actually insane. We got to get Nick on so he can make fun of
Yeah,
you for that.
I know. Just dog on me a bit.
Yeah.
Good movie though. It's a good
Yeah.
one. I like Grand Budapest quite a bit.
Yep.
Just don't know what it is.
It's his quirky. His characters are all very. They're like characters. Like
Yeah,
you never forget that you're watching a movie when you watch a Wes Anderson movie, which is I think part
yeah,
of the appeal. But yeah,
yeah. They're all storybooks or something. I don't know.
exactly. Like Baron Munchkin or something, where Munchausen.
Yeah.
You're you're just watching a silly little
One of these
story.
days, I need to have a proper sit down, watch some Wes Anderson, and formulate an actual opinion on him. Like, not
Definitely.
just I'm grasping at straws
I think
with
you'll
him.
like Tenenbaums. Royal Tenenbaums is really good.
I just hope the aliens are scary in Asteroid City. I think that would be so cool and so new for him,
Hmm.
but
I
they
really
won't be.
wanted him to direct the Shining sequel, like the Doctor Sleep,
That would be fascinating
because you can
because
tell so much of his style comes from like
that's
The Shining. It's
yeah, and a very quirky book. I've read Doctor Sleep. Very
Mhm.
quirky characters
Yeah.
compared to The Shining.
So I think it would have been
One
really
wears a top
interesting
hat.
to see.
They're
Yeah.
all like vampires.
Yeah.
It's quirky.
Very quirky. It
I
would have
still need
been
to
cool to
watch
see him in a new
Doctor Sleep.
genre. It was pretty good.
Mike
Like,
Flanagan, is it?
yeah. And they don't CGI Nicholas or not Jack Nicholson. They just put a different actor in his role.
Mm. But you see why that works with The Irishman is because it's like old people trying to like regain their youth through their memories, but they're all still old. It's great and actually
Yeah, but
intentional.
only one of them
Brilliant.
is old.
It's actually all brilliant and all intentional.
It's all intentional.
All I'll
Martin, you should have
say
just hired younger actors. I would have
in
understood.
30 years when they're all gone, you'll appreciate it.
You're giving them 30 years.
Come on. Let me believe. Let me hope.
They're going to all be 110 years old.
I'm given that timeline because then I can work with them at some point.
Okay. Okay. You see that
Please.
Al Pacino, this is breaking news. Al Pacino's having
Yeah.
another kid with his
Good
29-year-old
lord.
girlfriend. Did you see that that girl dated Mick Jagger as well?
Oh, good for her, I guess. She just has a type.
Old
Oh,
men.
I feel like that kid's gonna be fucked up though. Like mentally probably, but like physically. Aren't you gonna be
Well,
born with something if you have that old of decaying genes in you? Is that how
I
that
don't think that's
works?
how it works. No.
No?
No, I think that men are good to go no matter what
Old
age.
people make bad offspring? Question mark.
Well, old
Doing some
men. The woman is only 29.
um older paternal age may be harmful to the offspring's health in terms of genetic mutations.
Huh. Well, would you look at that? Some
Telom
science.
telomere length. Interesting. Nice.
Well,
So
poor
yeah.
kid.
Yeah, that's why
He'll
yeah, that's
never
fucked.
I mean, it'd be cool in the way, like, his father will be around forever. He can just watch
Yeah.
Heat for
I
a
wa
thousandth
yeah, I
time.
watched Heat for the first time. So good, dude.
I
So
have
good.
I've only seen the beginning of that movie, but
Man, what a
I gotta
banger.
watch it. I've seen the Crimes of Grindelwald or whatever, the one where they have like the heat scene.
Wait, what do you mean?
There's a scene in the third Fantastic Beasts movie where Dumbledore and Grindelwald just like sit at a cafe and they talk, and
Bro,
that's from Heat,
like
right?
the scene. Yeah.
Like the scene from Heat.
Oh, we're
Heat
the same
reference.
person, Al Pacino. We're the same person, Al Pacino. And we'll never stop doing what we're doing because we like it, Al Pacino. And I'm De Niro.
I'm
And I
Robert
like
De
what I
Niro.
do. I'm good at what I do.
That
And you're
is
good at
such a
what you
good
do.
cast.
Oh, yeah. Val Kilmer, De Niro, Al
De
Pacino.
Niro,
The guy,
Pacino.
Buffalo Bill's in that one. First time I've ever seen Buffalo Bill in a different
Let's
film.
go. He's like a
Yeah.
character actor, isn't he? He's in a lot of
Yeah.
things, I think.
He's really funny in that movie.
He's very funny in this movie, Silence of the Lambs.
He is.
I was
But
just laughing every time.
we're not there yet.
We're not there yet. We're
I
still talking
I
Pacino.
really wanna talk about Blackberry.
Have we not
We
talked about
haven't
Blackberry?
No, I wanted to last episode. The last episode was so chaotic that
It was insane.
we couldn't really get it in. I
No.
love Blackberry. Blackberry was so dope, dude. I really liked it. What do you think of Blackberry?
Yeah, I thought it was a lot of fun. I mean, it's very chaotic. It's really cool to see like Canadian film and
It's
filmmakers.
such a Canadian shout
So
out.
good. So
Canadian
Canadian.
filmmaker, Canadian story, shot in Canada, Canadian actors, Jay Baruchel, Michael Ironside. I love
Matt,
to see
what's
it.
his name? Matt Johnson?
Matt
Is that the
Johnson, director.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Have
so
you ever
funny in
watched
that movie
Nirvana the
too.
show?
No, I haven't, but
It's
that's
great.
next on my watch list because I
It's
just
great.
binged all his other movies. He's great.
I
Um,
really like his other movie too. The Apollo one.
Operation Avalanche, so
Yeah, that was
cool,
my
man.
introduction to him, and I was like,
That's a
"Whoa,
that's a crazy movie, man.
it
Like,
is! It's awesome."
I love a movie that just like lies, that just like puts forward something that didn't happen,
I think
and
this
with
movie does
such.
that too.
You think so?
I mean, there's that big disclaimer at the beginning of Blackberry that's like, "These people are
Oh,
real, but these are fictitious events."
really? I
Yeah,
don't
I've never seen
don't
that
even
before in a movie. That kind
I
of
don't even
disclaimer.
remember that.
It stuck out
Yeah,
to me.
yeah, but I love his style of just like it's not as like apparent in this movie. Like it's more of just like the way it's shot, but like in his older movies, like The Dirties too, it like combines like real life footage, like documentary and style
Mhm.
into like this narrative filmmaking,
Yep.
and it's great. Um, it's not as evident in Blackberry either, but like in his first two movies, there's like crazy tone shifts, like, and I love it. Like in
Yeah,
Operation Avalanche, just that spoilers for this film, but like the suicide that happens, or
it's
quote unquote
crazy.
suicide, such a dramatic tone shift. Like
Yes.
it's a comedy all the way through. Just such a goofball comedy, right?
Yeah,
But
it's because
these
well, we should maybe explain the plot because it's about, like, how they
mm,
fake the Apollo missions. It's, like, presented as a documentary on how they did
yeah,
it.
yeah. And
Um,
it like has all the like stylistic like film qualities. It's really cool.
yeah, it looks like
And
they shot it on old film.
mhm,
It looks really nice from what I remember.
and it's great. And it's a comedy
Yeah.
through and through
It
at the start.
Yeah, and
And
then,
it just
shit goes
escalates
wrong.
to the point where like the US government basically, as they do, turn their back on them and, start trying to erase the evidence pretty much of the faked moon landing.
Yep,
His buddy gets fake suicided. And it's just a crazy
Jeffrey
tone
Epstein.
shift.
Yep.
And like that whole bit with Stanley Kubrick in that film, so cool, man.
Yeah,
Where
the
they're
way they
like,
did that, like, because that's real
yeah,
footage of Kubrick, right? Like, it
mhm,
looks like him.
and they shoot it in just like that pinhole out of a suitcase, right?
Yeah,
And they composite Matt Johnson over it. It's so cool. And
yep.
they go on the set of 2001. It's the coolest shit.
When you watch 2001, I understand why people would be like, "They totally could have faked the moon landing." That movie was
Yeah,
so good.
honestly.
Like, that space
Like
stuff is so good.
you watch that movie in IMAX and you see like people composited into the like space station. It's
Yeah.
so cool. Like just
Kubrick, man.
not the best man, but maybe the best filmmaker.
I
We
think
can all
so.
agree on that. We
His
can all
filmography just through and through is like
yeah, just an innovator.
you can't even be like, "Oh, he's like, Tarantino who made, like, the same kind of film with the same tone, like, a billion
Mhm.
times." Every one of Kubrick's movies is completely different.
Yeah, and he's innovating technologically,
Yeah.
the styles and, like, things he's doing is great.
Yep. I
Like
think the great Kubrick quote that I saw recently was like, "You spend months, like, planning and writing a movie, like, you're not just gonna do 5 takes, right? Like, you
mhm,
spend time shooting, like."
and I like that. I do. Maybe
It's
not
hard,
to the
though.
point of abusing actors, but definitely, like,
Yeah.
feel a scene out a bit. I like that philosophy.
Abusing actors to the point where it's not acting anymore, where they're just, like, living that.
They have lifelong psychological damage. I
Ah,
love it.
The Shining's so good, though. It's
I
worth it.
know. He's the best.
Yeah.
His films are so good.
They're
But
so
so are
good.
Matt Johnson's. I love
Yeah,
Matt Johnson's films. I
but
also watched
Matt
his
Johnson's
first film.
films belong to a particular style.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Not like Kubrick, it's just changing stuff, obviously, but, like
but Matt Johnson is still so young. Like it's
and
incredible.
Matt Johnson is also, like it's bold, you know? Like, this is, like, really embracing, like, the new era, I feel, of information, like,
Hmm.
of misinformation too, and just doing his own thing with it, doing his own spin on it. Like, are
Exactly.
you familiar with The Dirties, his first film?
No, no, I'm not.
It's crazy, man. I'm not gonna spoil what happens, but that one also has a really crazy tone shift, and I don't think it works nearly as well as Operation Avalanche. It feels much more like yeah, like younger, more immature, but, like, it's very bold and crazy. Um, Definitely watch that one,
Definitely,
and
I will check it
Blackberry's
out.
great, and I love
Blackberry's
seeing,
great.
like, his style translated to, like, a bigger budget, bigger scope, you know? Like,
Yep.
because I think that documentary chaotic feel works in this film's advantage so much, just with, like especially that, like, powerhouse performance from Glenn Howerton just
Yep.
going crazy. Like, he steals the show in
He
this.
nailed it. Were you
Yeah,
surprised Michael Ironside is still alive?
a little bit. A
When I
little
saw
bit.
his name, I was like, "Holy shit, that's
'Cause
awesome!"
he's a guy you only see in, like, 80s
80s
movies,
movies,
kinda.
yeah.
Yeah, but I
He's in
loved
like
it, man. He's
yeah, he's
barely
in
in it, but
I feel like he was like
great.
the staple of, I don't know, this last semester, like all the movies we were watching.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and it was so great to see him, and he looks
No,
great.
he does, and he's great in this. I love his
Super
role
intense.
of just stomping out fun.
Yep.
Just get whip cracking the whip.
No more fun for you.
No more
You
movie
gotta
nights.
work.
I saw this with Jake, and Jake really loved Matt Johnson's character in this. He is cracking up watching
Just
Doug up there,
yep, the laid back.
and he's so funny. Matt Johnson's such a talented comedic actor. Like,
Yes.
it's his facial expressions he pulls, that face he does of just, like, his bottom lip will be, like, half open, right? And he'll
Yeah.
just, like, blankly stare at you. Like, it's so funny, dude.
Yeah.
It's great, especially that character combined with Glenn Howerton's insane energy. So
Yep.
good, dude.
Like, just complete opposite characters. Even opposite to
Yeah.
Jay Bird. Like, all of the characters were so great in this, and
And I'll say I hated Jay Baruchel before this. I really did. I found him so annoying, but this redeemed him a bit. He was really good in this.
he's kind of the main
Every
character in this, but it doesn't feel like he's in it that much,
Mhm.
you know? Like, it's
Yeah. He's like the architect, you know?
exactly,
He
yeah.
built all this, and then he's at the end, kinda stapling it at the end.
He
Yeah,
can't move forward. Like,
I know. And I thought it was like, they did such a good job of just having, like, arcs for the characters. I
yep,
thought, like, real subtle things. Like, Doug, of course, gets, like, thrown to the side, which is, like, something I notice happens in all 3 of his films. It's always about friendships dissolving in the end,
yep.
which is it's sad
But it worked out
for
for
Matt.
Doug in the best way.
Yeah, honestly, that end staple, he
Yep,
did very well with himself
did
in life, which is
incredibly.
awesome. But yeah, with Glenn Howerton's character, just his like he just did it to like get into the NHL pretty much, which is
Yep.
like so much fun. It's such a fun like twist. I don't know if that's real or not, but like
I think that is
oh
real.
that's great. Great narrative right there. I loved
Yep,
it.
I loved it
Um
as well. I mean, yeah, the whole time you're like, "Oh, I'm rooting for them, like, how's it gonna end?" Like, you
mhm,
know how it ends,
yeah.
but you're like, you want
You
to
know
see
Apple
BlackBerry
comes in,
work.
you know BlackBerry gets phased out.
Yep, you know,
Yeah,
BlackBerry just starts sucking, and
I know. But like
you
they
see it
they
all happen.
founded the smartphone craze though, right?
Yeah. Shout out
Yeah.
Canada. There'd be no
Shout out
iPhone without
Canada.
Canada.
Fuck. But yeah, really great performances. I was really shocked by that. Just how good the performances were in this.
Yep.
So good.
Matt
Really,
Johnson.
really
You think,
loved it.
Glenn Howerton will get, Oscar nom? Any kind of award
No,
recognition? No.
no, no.
They didn't release it in the right season. Like, why did they release it
Yeah,
now? It feels like it could be an awards movie.
it could be. Feels kind of like I might like this more than Social Network, honestly. Like, I just love the energy it has.
Yeah. It's
Like,
from start to finish, it is, like, running.
I like Social Network. I watch that movie. I like it, but I never feel like super into it, you know? And then I've seen it a few times now.
I've only
You ever
seen it
seen
once, and
Yeah.
yeah, I wasn't super into it, honestly.
Of this movie, like the characters, just great, and the score. I
Grab
forgot
you.
to mention the score. Fuck, the score is so
Yeah, the
good at
score
this.
is really, really good.
They like incorporate dial-up noises and like
Hmm.
early phone internet stuff into it. It's so cool. Such a brilliant score. It's composed by I think the guy who stars opposite of Matt Johnson in Nirvana band The
Yeah,
Show.
because
Just said,
he's a composer in the show as well.
yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's
I'm
really
I'm
cool to see.
very excited to see Matt Johnson where he goes
I
as a
think this
filmmaker.
will let him get bigger stuff
Yeah,
too,
yeah, definitely.
because
'Cause his
everybody loved
style
it.
is already so unique and like vivid, you know? Like
Yeah.
what he's bringing to the film community. It's not unique because like
Yeah, I
all
mean,
the
this kind of
Tristami does stuff like
yeah,
this, right?
even, like, mockumentary format isn't
Yeah.
necessarily, like
Mhm.
but it's so
Like
cool.
Spinal Tap, like we just watched.
Yep,
But what Matt Johnson does is
different,
he
right?
like incorporates like some real life stuff into that, like even incorporating like real life footage, like kind of like
Yep,
prank quote unquote style stuff into it. It's
yep.
really interesting.
It's like well, it's like a mockumentary, but, like, in the same way, like, Jackass is like a mockumentary where it's
Yeah,
like it almost makes fun of the form, like,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, it's great. And Matt Johnson, kind of like Scorsese, he just has this like infectious love of film, you know, and
Yes,
that like
yeah,
permeates all his work. Especially in the dirties. It's almost like overwhelming in the dirties how
yeah.
much just like film reference and pop culture is in it. But like it's dope. He loves his shit. Like, here's what I'll say. You ever hear of Irreversible?
Nope.
Gaspar Noé film? Well, that's like referenced in like the first 5 minutes of the dirties. And that's like a very
Niche.
disturbing, fucked up film. And he like references like a specific scene from it. So it's like, okay, Matt, go
We
off.
see you.
You know what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ah,
I'm
that's so
really
cool.
excited to see what he does next.
Yeah, he's only 37.
Damn,
Great.
dude. I watched a podcast with him forever ago, long before I'd even seen any of his work, where he talks about like his influences and what he likes in life, like in like film. I mean, it's
Yeah,
great. Highly recommend that episode of Sardonicast if anyone out there wants to get to know Matt Johnson a little better.
yeah. I do wanna get to know him a little better. I'll listen to
Yeah,
that. Who
watch
would
a
you
F
say
for
your
Fake
okay,
before you watch that though, because
okay.
that's the film they're discussing, and that film is very like similar to his style. An Orson Welles film.
Okay, cool. Orson
Fascinating
Welles, man.
stuff.
He's got
Yeah.
more than one movie. Who would have thought?
Yeah. Shocking, right? What were you
Uh,
gonna say? Sorry? Did I cut
who
you
would
off?
you say is, like, your film influences, like, right now?
Oof.
Give me 3. It could either be 3 movies or, like, 3 directors or,
Uh,
1 of each or whatever.
hmm. Well, I really love horror, so I'll say Cronenberg for horror. I love
Yep.
what he does with, like, body horror, and just I love his style of
Atmosphere.
storytelling and just, like, weaving in all these, like, different factions and groups and plots, just ramping stakes up. I love that.
Yep.
Um, love that. Um, I haven't really done much like this in my work because let's be honest, I haven't really done anything at this point in my life. But
Well,
like,
of
I'd
course, you have the
love,
Critterpit podcast.
yeah, like Safety Bros. I'd love to do something like that. I love how they
Yeah.
build tension, how they're able to do that. Love to emulate something like that. And I'll say Matt Johnson, just because I love the mockumentary format.
Shout
And
out. You got
that's
2 Canadians on that list.
yeah, man. My first film I ever made was a mockumentary, and the next one I'm gonna be working on is mockumentary. I think that's a
Documentary.
really fun format to
Is
work in.
you mean the next one, like, your 1-minute film?
Oh, no, no. I guess next one then.
Yeah, I mean, your
Yeah,
filmography is already stretched.
I know.
Great.
Just such a prolific director.
Yep.
Oof. How about you?
Yeah, I
It's hard
definitely
to
think,
come up with on
uh,
the spot, but
it is hard. I'm gonna agree with Safdie brothers for sure. I mean,
yeah.
that, like, intense energy, and I
Mm.
really wanna do stuff that's like what they do, where it's just on the street, like, they're far away.
Yeah, just using,
Like,
like,
I
real actors or
be
just real
really
people,
fun,
I
I
mean.
think, to try and do
Yeah,
something like that and figure out how to do that too.
yeah.
Be really, really cool in the building of
Mhm.
tension. I have a friend in Vancouver who they make the best movies at
Yeah?
Lorne. Yeah, their name is Lauren, and like uh, they've made incredible movies since we were in like grade 11, and that just everything that they make is always like, holy shit! Like I need to make something. Like every time I see
Yeah.
something they make, it just like really like inspires me and gets
I
me
love
going
that, man. That's
for
awesome.
something else that I need to make. And they just
Mhm.
they are prolific. Like I feel like they make a movie every month.
That's
Like it's
awesome,
really
dude. I need to
crazy.
get to that
Yep,
point.
exactly. Yeah, where you're just kind of inspired, and they do a lot
Mhm.
of animation stuff too. It's really really
Man,
cool. So I'm gonna say
that's
down
sick.
for my second, and then
Yeah.
yeah, I mean it's hard, right? Like to say a third. I I'm gonna say Easy Rider, just like the editing like of that
Okay.
movie. I or
I hope,
maybe not Easy
Matthew
Rider,
and
but like
Sean don't listen to this.
yeah, or French New Wave, that kind of like
Okay.
frantic edit,
Yeah.
not frantic, but you know where it's
Just, like,
like very
motivated editing.
intentional editing. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
To
Conscious
highlight,
editing,
yeah,
I think they
conscious
called it,
editing, not
where
and
the
not
audience
to
is aware of it.
necessarily exactly, and not to highlight plot necessarily, but to highlight like
Mood.
form and mood.
Yeah.
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 So I think
That's
those
dope.
are my 3 right now. Of course, that'll
Nice.
change, and I'll have more
Yeah.
answers later, but
Exactly.
that's why it's so exciting. There's
It
so
is.
much.
I just when I watch a movie, it just fills me with so many emotions and feelings and thoughts. It's awesome. This is truly the best medium, you guys. And if you aren't been big on film, you're falling short, you guys. That's all I'm
Exactly.
saying.
It's the most beautiful medium there is,
Yeah.
and it's everything,
So
all
yeah,
forms of art.
eh, BlackBerry 8 out of 10.
Yeah, BlackBerry 8 out of 10, I agree. When
I
will
wanted to
it should be in the collection.
It should be. I'd love some Matt Johnson in the collection. Be really cool.
Would be.
I wanted to talk about Guardians 3 with Troy because I think he was really into that series. I remember
Yeah,
him
I think
talking
so.
about how he's excited for the third one.
Yep. I
But
don't
no
think I have
Troy.
super strong thoughts.
Yeah, I was gonna say without Troy, I have like all I'll say is it was sad at points. Is the best Marvel thing in a minute, and I think Marvel still has their dirty little fingers all throughout that. I
You think
don't know.
it was, like, manipulative? Like, there's a
A
lot of
little bit.
animal cruelty in this movie, which I
Yeah.
guess is, like, definitely necessary to the plot,
Mhm.
and I guess,
And
like,
it's
did need
like
to be seen, but it's like, obviously, that will make you cry.
exactly.
Which is
So I don't like that's why I'm not as hyped as other people are, because it's like feels very easy, you know? And I'm not
yeah.
as like hyped as people are about like, oh, this is purely James Gunn's vision, right? This
No,
is
I don't think it is.
yeah, or it's like they gave him full control because you can I don't know, man. Like there were so many death fake outs. Like nobody died. Someone had to die.
I
Someone
don't think
needed to die.
anybody had to die. I thought it
I think
ended
there
in a
should have
pretty
been some deaths.
satisfying way.
Spoiler alert, I think Star-Lord should have died. I think that would have been excellent, um,
Yeah.
if he
I
had died
think,
in that scene, just
Adam
because, like
Warlock didn't need to be in this movie.
oh, but he was so good. I thought he was really funny in this.
I thought he was funny too, but it felt a little, like,
It
almost
felt like
shoehorned in.
Marvelisms,
Yeah, exactly, like, they needed to put
which is
him
a
in.
shame because I thought he could have been really cool.
Yeah. He was
But I
he was
think for
still really good, I think, overall.
yeah, definitely. Definitely the best Marvel in, like, forever.
Yeah, you come from Ant-Man
Why
into this.
Star-Lord should have died, right? Because if he had died chasing that, like is like an MP3 or something, right?
Yeah.
Like, chasing after his history. How great of a foil would that have been to, like, Rocket's arc, right? Of, like, becoming his own man and, like, putting aside the past and trying to grow, right? And they reconciling it. I thought that would have been a great foil, right? And really powerful. I don't
It would
know.
have been
Felt very
I don't
cheap.
know. Yeah, I mean, the fact he got so close to death made it feel cheap. I think if that scene
Yeah.
hadn't been there at all, the movie still would
Mhm.
have worked the exact same way.
Yeah,
Like,
it
it
just felt like it had no
didn't
teeth.
need that fake out.
It felt like we can't kill anyone because we need them back for another movie.
You
That's
know what?
honestly how it
I
felt.
think I disagree with that because the Guardians movie do have a history of killing their characters. Like they're one of the few Marvel things that they do kill people. So it felt like the stakes were real. Like anybody could have died, really.
I
Nobody
guess.
did, but like they could have.
I guess I'm just very cynical, about Marvel these days, but it's like
Yeah,
it
I
felt
mean,
like these characters weren't allowed to die just because we need to keep the door for them to come back open. That's how it felt to me personally.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way Dave Bautista's ever gonna come back.
Oh yeah,
He hates
just
doing this. Like,
just the death fake outs. Ugh,
yeah,
stop it, you guys.
yeah.
But
I don't know. It was fine. Like,
yeah,
I did
I
that
like
didn't.
it though.
Yeah, it. You come from like Quantum Mania into this. Like, it's insane. Just in terms
Yeah,
of
I need to watch
production
that one.
design. I
Yeah, I
really
love
liked Nathan
Fleshy
Fillion's
Planet.
costume.
I know,
Yeah,
and he was in this so much. It's great.
shout out Edmonton.
Yeah, I love the whole like Flesh Planet. That was a
Yeah,
great bit of set design. Felt very inspired.
you could really. I think what was also cool about this is it felt like they used more than one lens, unlike
Mm,
Ant-Man, where everything felt very flat. Like in this, you could feel like
yeah.
how wide everything was. Like
Hmm.
the scope felt a lot bigger and
Yeah.
like a little more surreal almost, which I really liked.
I will say that opening with Rocky Raccoon listening to Creep,
Creep.
that felt surreal. I could not believe my eyes. I don't know.
Were you
Felt like a
singing
shit
along?
post. A little bit. You gotta sing
Yeah.
along to Creep. I'm a white guy.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a creep.
Creep.
I'm
I'm a
a weirdo.
weirdo.
What am I doing here? I don't belong here. Brow,
Wow, it
brow.
was perfect.
Yeah.
Finally, a movie for white people.
Finally, we got one.
We got one. All these
Sad
Marvel
little
movies have been
raccoon,
so
man.
woke.
I felt bad for the raccoon. I'm not gonna lie. I cried. It
You
was
cried?
sad. I did. It was sad seeing the raccoon get tortured and be sad with his animal friends who also get tortured. It was
Oh,
sad.
it was sad. I recently
And
cried during a TV show
oh yeah,
at the end of it. Have you
Sopranos.
watched the No, have you watched the Midnight Gospel?
Ooh, is that the comedian guy who does that one?
Uh, it is a comedian guy, but it's like
Okay.
a podcast.
Yeah,
Um, it's on Netflix.
yeah. I'm
It's so
familiar
good.
with it. It's like animated, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's the most beautiful show, and the last episode is a
Okay.
conversation between the main character and his mother. And like in
Ooh.
the last episode, in the second last episode, you found out that his mother had died, and so that
Mm.
kind of like where this is going and like what the topic is, and it's very very sad.
Yeah, I
And
gotta watch
especially
that.
since it's a real like conversation between these people.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Just thought it was a traditional little animated show.
No, no, it's all just like conversations, and they've kind of weave an
Nice.
animated story into it.
I'll
But
say I was
so
hesitant to
beautiful.
watch that just because I know that guy's like a Joe Rogan guy, so I wasn't sure the quality of it.
Is I would say the episode or the like moments that they pick from it is very good for the show. It's very like spiritual in a way,
Yeah, I'll definitely have to watch that.
like white Westerner
Nice.
spiritual.
Yeah.
They
It's
talk about a lot of psychedelics and meditation, but like,
I love psychedelics.
yeah, no, it's fun. It's a very very good show. I would highly recommend it.
Nice. Gotta
The
watch it.
character designs are so good, and
I
it's
gotta
so
start
short.
watching Twin Peaks again too.
You
I
saw
love that.
episode 3.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's kind of
I'll
a
get
hard
back
show
on.
to stick with.
Yeah.
There's so
Yeah.
many characters,
I
so much.
just I always feel pulled in a million directions
Yeah.
with film and everything.
And Twin
That's
Peaks is
life, I
long.
guess.
Like the first episode or first season is like 18 episodes, right? Like it's
Yeah.
decently long show.
It's hard to get engaged in just because it's so weird sometimes.
Yeah. You're
It's
not even
great
at the
though.
weird part yet.
I know. I'm like so early in it still, but yeah. So that's Guardians. Good movie.
Yeah. 6. I think I gave it 6 or 7.
I gave it a 7, I believe.
Yeah.
Um,
All gone.
and I'm excited to see what James Gunn will do with the DC.
I'm not. I I don't
No,
know.
you have no confidence.
No. I I
I
don't.
think he's a
I
strong
think the
creative
Flash is gonna
voice.
suck.
Oh, the Flash is gonna suck, but I'm hyped for it.
The way they've been marketing it is so weird, right? Like
Yeah, it's a
it just had
Batman
like
movie.
it's a Batman movie, but also like did you see that like Stephen King got like an early screening and he's like it's the best movie ever. And like
Oh
same with Tom
no!
Cruise. It's like
What?
why did they think Stephen King like I don't care about
Tom
this.
Cruise, huh?
Tom Cruise and Stephen King have been like
Tom Cruise
hyping
is
this
like,
movie.
it's a real go to the movies movie. Go see it in
Exactly.
theaters, guys.
You saw
Fuck.
Top Gun. You're gonna love this like CGI heavy movie. That's why everybody
Yeah,
loves Top
fuck.
Gun. because of all
I'm
the
hyped for it though.
CGI.
I think that movie's gonna be the funniest shit ever. So I'm hyped.
I feel like they're. I don't know. Not that Michael Keaton's Batman. I haven't seen. I think his movies in a long time, but it feels like
I
they're just
found
like we're gonna ruin it. They're
oh,
gonna.
they will.
Have you
It's
seen
gonna be
Birdman?
really no. You to watch Birdman.
Birdman's great because it's all about Michael Keaton not wanting to do Batman 3.
Oh,
And
that's
here
so
he is
cool.
doing Batman
So
3.
cool.
Like it's ah,
Hey man,
it's
money
great.
talks.
I know. They must have paid so much for
I
this.
was a man who valued my experience with Black Adam just because it was like it felt like seeing the epitome of the superhero genre, just mindless shit, you know? And I think The Flash is gonna be that times 20, right? Because now
I think
it's like the DC's Endgame, but there's no build up, there's no storytelling. It's just everything
yep.
thrown at the wall, and I'm so hyped for it. It's gonna be so entertaining.
The main character is a criminal. Like
Yeah, and there's 4
and
of them
like
or something.
none of the like executives or like directors, they're all like, we totally stand by with this dude. Like they're
Oh my
totally
lord.
fine with them. It's crazy.
What a
It's
mess.
crazy.
So, yeah, that's why I'm saying I think James Gunn will be good just by comparison.
I'm worried
'Cause
that Warner Bros. Will run out of money before they even start.
yeah? You think so?
All these movies have been flopping so bad.
Damn.
Like
I never really look at that stuff, but it's
I
interesting.
don't know. I think I just have like fixated with it for no reason.
Wow.
It's just
That'd be
yeah, I
sad
don't know.
'cause
It
I
would be,
really
but
wanna see
also
the Batman too.
oh yeah, yeah. Well,
I've
that
been
kind of stuff
thinking
makes
about
money, but like I
I've been thinking about that first one so much and how much I like it.
I've
I
only
like it
seen it
more and
once.
more. I've only seen it once too, but just it's one of those movies, the more I think about, the more I'm like, "That's a sick film."
Yeah,
I was watching a video on just, like, the cinematography in that film and how there's, like, a lot of, like, GoPro shots because it's, like, wants to
really.
feel very visceral. Or not GoPro, but just, like, mounted shots, I
Handheld.
should
Yeah.
say. Yeah. Um, and yeah, like, just to feel like Batman. Sick, dude.
Mhm.
Or how the car chase scene is shot, make it feel like like, Batman's the antagonist in that scene, chasing him down, you know? It's great.
I mean, the very opening scene of Batman or yeah, the Batman is so good where it's just the like
Yeah.
corners. It's
I
so
know.
great.
It like, that feels like a film that just understands the mythology of Batman so well.
Yep.
Like, they understand what Batman is to a T, and it's great.
Except for the
Bruce
Joker
Wayne
scene. I didn't really like the
yeah,
Joker.
the Joker feels like we have
A
to
little
have him in
shoehorned
there.
in.
I'm so like, that's the one part where I walked out of it, we did not need that. I did not
Yeah,
like that.
because it was long.
It was and it felt like just, "Hey, you guys know this guy, right?
Yep. It's the Joker. He's gonna come in soon.
He's the
Don't worry.
Joker, baby."
Don't worry.
No, just do the next one, make their blimps in there, make it Churn Winter, and make it Mr. Freeze. That's all we need. That's all
I
we need.
That'd be awesome if they do Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, I
Or like
know.
Clayface, be fun.
Like, yeah, Clayface and Mr. Freeze would be sick because those are, like, super sympathetic characters too.
Yep.
Like, super, like, flawed, broken people, which
Yep.
I'd love. Best thing about Batman, man, his villains are just so interesting.
Yep. And give us a little bit more Bruce Wayne as well, you know?
I know. Let's see Bruce Wayne develop a little bit, you know?
Yep.
Like, I'd like to see him, like, try to heal and get better because I like what they did with him in the first movie, being, like, just a fucking weirdo, just a
Yep.
loner. I thought that
He's a
was
creep.
perfect.
He's a weirdo.
He's a weirdo.
What the
What's
hell
he
is he
doing
doing
there?
here?
He doesn't
He doesn't
belong there.
belong there.
Get him out of
Yeah.
there. Yeah,
So it'd be
love
cool.
it.
And then also it opens up like the Batman has great cinematography, but it's very dark and it's very
Yeah.
similar throughout. So you do like Bruce Wayne
Mhm.
stuff, you can open it, and it's like a completely different world.
Yeah, honestly,
Very
it's
cool
it's
to see.
it's great.
And it's gonna be
Yeah.
the same director too, right? Matt
Yeah,
Reeves?
Matt Reeves. Shout
He's
out.
back.
I wasn't crazy about his, Apes films, but
I liked him. Pretty good.
I need to rewatch them. I
Good
think I'll
fun.
probably like them quite a bit
This movie is
now.
about apes.
Hey,
Awesome.
can't go wrong there.
And they're serious.
Yeah, and they're scary. They scared me as a kid.
Yeah,
Well, no, they
understandably.
they really scared me. That scene where
James Franco
Caesar
just freaked you out.
where he goes, "No!"
Ape,
That
no,
part scared
kill,
me.
ape. I still quote
Or the
that all the time.
or the part where he goes, and this guy's finger. That part scared me.
Yep. It's spooky.
So,
What if the
so
apes
Matt
rise up?
Reeves. I feel like there's Batman ape villains. I'm going on a tangent, but Batman ape villains.
Oh, there's
Is
like
there
ape. There's Gorilla Grodd.
Gorilla God, Grodd,
Grodd.
Gorilla
He's more
Boss,
of a Flash villain. Gorilla Grodd, I think.
Monsieur Mala? Yeah, we gotta get some gorillas in this next one, dude.
I think for number 3. I think let's save the gorillas for number 3.
Because that's like Matt Reeves' like wheelhouse.
He knows how to do it. Just get Andy Serkis in there.
That's like Matt
Yeah.
Reeves' foray. Oh, dude, Detective Chimp,
Yeah.
let's go.
They made a Detective Chimp show, right, for a little while? Or am I thinking?
Really?
I think so. With Jason Sudeikis, maybe?
Put a gorilla on the cover? Wait, DC's obsessed with gorillas, huh?
Yep.
I'm reading a whole article. Titano, Beppo the Super Monkey, Zolivar,
So many
Ultra
monkeys.
Humanite,
We need to get Nick in on this
Samson.
conversation.
Yeah, we're not doing this right.
Oh no,
Kong Gorilla, Gorilla Grodd, and Detective
Gorilla
Chimp.
Grodd.
Fuck yeah, dude. Damn. Maybe we should call Nick at the end of this and ask his opinions on some DC
Gorillas.
gorillas, yeah. But that's great. Love
Yeah,
them.
I was sorry. I was thinking of Hit Monkey, which is a
Hit
Marvel
Monkey.
show. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Heard of that. Not as good as gorillas, in my opinion.
No, but still, a Hitman Monkey is pretty freaking awesome.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, shout out.
Yeah.
The
Shout out.
last thing I have on my top of the show list is Sisu, because I watched Sisu.
I watched that one as well.
And all I have to say about that movie is it was fun.
Yep.
And that was the first movie I ever saw by myself in a theater. So that was cool.
Nice. How did you make it this long?
I don't know.
I guess just Red Deer is a little.
Yeah, I just decided I want to see this movie. I have no one to see it with. Let's just see it.
Yeah. Just
It was
do it.
cool. I might go see the Margaret movie tomorrow by myself.
I really like that movie. Very nice.
Yeah, it's a very liberating
1970.
experience just doing stuff by yourself.
Yeah. And that movie would be at Carnival too, right? Probably.
Yeah, it is there
Nice.
tomorrow.
Is
4:30.
Carnival going to be there forever?
Nope. So I gotta take advantage while I can.
Because I feel like I've been told that it's been going to close like since I got to Red Deer.
They're still waiting for a seller. There's still the for sale signs on the building.
So like, how are they still open though? Like
I don't know, man. People say it's mob run. Maybe.
Maybe
I had a friend who worked there who said it was kind of shady.
you got paid in cash.
Yeah. So what are you gonna do? So I guess it's time to talk about another film.
Yep. Silence of the Lambs.
Wow. From
We didn't even say anything about
1991.
Sisu. It was pretty good. Yeah, like
Oh yeah, it was good. I liked
um,
it. It's fun. Jake really didn't
lots of
like it.
blood. No,
He said it was really stupid, made no sense, but I thought that was the fun of it.
I think so too. It's just a
I
Finnish dude killing Nazis.
I know, and I loved how he used like mythology.
Yeah. Oh, I
I
don't
thought
think
that was
Finland's
really
real.
cool.
That's a little piece
No,
of
I
Sam
thought it
lore.
was all made up.
I don't think Finland is real at all. I almost watched a documentary on how to open doors that was Finnish. It was like,
Really?
the craziest thing I've ever seen. Yeah.
Just so fake, huh?
Just so fake, not real. Anyway,
I
yes.
could get behind that.
Yeah.
But I love the mythology. I thought it was cool. And the cinematography I thought was really cool. Really great in that one. I
Yeah.
loved just the
There was some
landscape
really
they
cool
shot
shots.
against. Yeah.
There's a good
Yeah.
rack focus shot that I don't remember where it was, but it stood out to me.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't
Um,
remember. There's some great kills, some great fun, and I actually liked the bad guys. I thought they had like a fun little twist on them. How they were like, or the general at
rapist
least he
Nazis.
no, but I like the idea that they knew they were losing, that the war was ending, and that they
Yeah,
were like, we
retreating.
just gotta. And he's like so obsessed with catching Sisu just because he needs the money. He's
Yep.
just like trying to just doing it for himself. And I thought that was fun. A different twist that I've never seen before. Instead
Yeah.
of like the fanatical Nazis doing it for like Nazi ideology, it's just like all self-servicing, which I think is more true to that
Probably.
ideology in a way.
Yep. They were bad. They were all
And they
terrible.
were not good,
Yep.
is my
You can
take.
tell it was by the people that brought you John Wick, all right.
Yeah.
A lot of cool little fight sequences.
Yeah, and I thought, like, I don't know, I thought it was more intelligent than I thought it
And
was
John
gonna be.
Wick?
No, Sisu, I thought it was more intelligent than I thought it was gonna be. Like, it felt like
Yeah,
there was more going into it,
it
more
was silly.
motivated. Oh, very silly, but
My favorite
silly
sequence
things
was
can
when,
still be well
Sisu was
done.
killing the Nazis underwater, and he would, like,
Yeah,
slice their
yeah.
heads off so he
Oh,
could breathe the air in their
I
lungs.
know, that was so much fun, dude.
So
I
stupid, but it's
love that.
incredible.
I guess that would make does that make sense?
No, it doesn't
Could
make
you s
sense at all.
could you suck the air out of someone's throat?
No, because the air that you breathe out isn't like oxygen anymore, right? Like, you breathe out the carbon dioxide.
I guess, yeah. It was great, though.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
gonna
it was a
try
lot
that
of fun
trick if I'm ever, underwater with a Nazi, I
with a
guess.
friend.
Yeah, with Jake.
Yeah. I just wanna try
Yeah.
something really quick. Some
Dude, let's
video
go for
could
a
freak
dip.
you out of me.
It's real quick, bro.
Go to the water park, find a
Oh,
kid
yeah.
on a tube.
Yeah, they're asking for it, bro.
They are. They
Sisu,
are.
7 out of 10. Good,
6 out of 10. Pretty good.
pretty
Good.
good. Good,
Fun.
good.
Fun, 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 fun.
Also fun and good, Silence of the Lambs, 1991.
Yeah.
Do you wanna intro this, or do you want me to?
Silence of the Lambs, 1991, starring Sir Anthony Hopkins, Jodie Foster, and other
Oh,
people.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah. I don't remember who it's directed
starring
by, but I should have.
Jonathan Demme.
Jonathan Demme. And this
Yeah.
is not the first Hannibal Lecter movie, correct?
Oh, no. Manhunter,
Manhunter, yeah. Which is
directed by Michael Mann.
Troy's always talking to me about Manhunter.
I know, that's why I wanted to talk to him about it. I was gonna watch it beforehand, but I didn't have enough time.
Yeah, it's on the Criterion channel.
Troy seems like a very big, Mann fan.
Yep.
Um,
Heat as well, Michael Mann.
yeah, so I want to talk to him about Heat, so damn. We'll get him next time, I guess.
Definitely.
But yeah,
It's
Manhunter
not
looks
working.
so dope. I'm probably gonna watch that tonight.
I think I might watch
Um,
it tonight as well.
yeah, it looks sick. But Silence of the Lambs is also sick, not to steal that
Yeah, not to
thunder.
steal its thunder, it's great.
To give a
Uh,
quick synopsis, it's about an FBI student trainee, up and comer, right? Before her
yep.
graduation, she's recruited by is it head of the FBI he is, Jack Crawford,
Yeah,
to talk with imprisoned Hannibal the Cannibal
yep.
to get some sort of psychological insight on the
Into
newest killer
serial
in town,
killers. Yep.
Buffalo Bill. And man, just one of the greats, huh? Just so
Yeah,
good.
performance of a lifetime.
Yeah. Performances of a lifetime, I'd say.
Yeah, Jodie
Like,
Foster is great.
what else is Jodie Foster known for, really? I was looking through
She's in
her
stuff,
filmography.
I
She
think.
is. I think she
She's
was.
around. I like She's got a very great voice. I like her accent a lot.
Oh, yeah. She is so good in this.
Yeah.
Um,
She's in
but
Taxi
yeah,
Driver. The
is
She's the
she?
prostitute girl.
Okay. She directed
Uh,
an episode of Black Mirror. Nice.
oh, shout out.
Yeah. But yeah, it's so good, this movie. I've seen it, like, 4 times now. It's so good. Um, just one of those ones you watch as a kid, like I did. You're not sure why, but you watch it and you're like, something about cinema. Something about cinema about this.
This
It's
was a
like
movie for you that was like that? You got
yeah,
you inspired?
I don't understand what's happening. I don't understand the film form. I don't understand any of this, but
Yep.
something's going on there, and this feels elevated. And it is. It's
This is
just so
elevated
well
horror.
made. Like it's yeah, it's elevated work. Um, the way it's shot is so cool and so motivated, just with like how it frames like males against Jodie Foster's character, like the
Yep.
gaze. right into the camera. It's
Absolutely.
so effective in like putting you off guard and making you uncomfortable. And there's so many instances of that, right? Like with all the police, with Jack Crawford, even just
Yep.
like the nerds who she's like reviewing the moth with.
Yep.
It's great.
It's great. Yeah. I wish. Yeah, I feel like I would love to read like like this movie through a feminist perspective or something like that. Like I'm
Mhm.
sure there's about a billion papers about this movie
Oh
and
yeah, definitely. I
everything.
was reading the Criterion booklet. Found the
Because you have it.
Criterion for this one. Yeah, shout out.
Spoiler.
And it was talking about how Jonathan Demme was inspired by this film, like to take it just because he loved the like feminist perspective he saw in it, like the strong female
Yep.
character in it, and how he like didn't like serial killer movies. He was not interested in that at all.
Hmm.
And like I kind of it feels like that because this is very different from other serial killer movies because it doesn't feel like you're waiting to see the kills, right?
No, not at all.
It's not like predicated upon that. It's so much more interest in like the psychological insight
Do
of
we
the
even
characters.
like Buffalo Bill is the main serial killer of this movie.
Mhm.
Do we even see him kill anybody?
No,
Yeah. I didn't think so.
we just see him abduct the senator's daughter.
Yep.
But yeah, this movie's all about the psychological like wanting to like remedy the inner like crying and like wailing. I feel it's kind of this
Yep.
whole film's purpose, like the Silence of the Lambs.
Exactly.
Like Clarice's whole thing is she's just trying to like stop the lambs from screaming,
It's an
to
incredible
just
monologue.
yeah, um to save people, right? 'Cause she couldn't save the lamb as a child. To kind of like
Yep.
be like her father in a way, this idealized vision of like the police force of like saving people, like good guys versus bad guys type of thing.
Yep.
It's how she sees the FBI. Even though like I feel like there's a bit of a critique of the FBI in this. I've seen a lot of people talk about this movie as like pro FBI, which I don't know.
I don't know
Like,
that it's necessarily pro FBI, like especially through Jodie Foster's character of Clarice,
like
right? Where
because you
she's
see it as like
belittled and
a
like
patriarchy,
exactly. Yeah.
where like much like the opening scene where she's like doing that obstacle course through this like this forest shrouded in mist and fog, feels like a scary forest from like a childhood. She's climbing up
Yep.
these ranks, these obstacles. It's like that's her progress in the FBI. This is what she has to go through to get a claim to climb the
Exactly.
ranks. Her
To
whole
even
like
become like a trainee. Like
yeah, like her whole like interaction with Chilton. Worst character, by the way. I hate Chilton. He's like
fuck Chilton.
I love how he comes across as the most like despicable character in this. It's
Yeah.
great. And
Even
there's
more
like
despicable than Hannibal Lecter.
yeah,
Oh,
he's the worst, man. The way he just like turns on her so quickly after she turns down his advances. Ugh, it's
men. Men
creepy.
are great.
Yeah, they are. That was my takeaway.
Yeah.
But I love how the film frames itself. So like compared to all these other dudes and their interactions with Clarice, Hannibal in a way is like the most like respectful towards her in a way and like
Yeah.
treats her with the most dignity. It's
Yep.
it's weird, but it's a great little spin.
Well,
Like
that's
that just
definitely part of the critique, right? It's like, who's yeah. Yeah.
yeah. But to go
Great
back to
film.
that point about the FBI critique, I'd say it critiques it a bit because like Hannibal gets out through their actions, right?
Yeah,
Through how they
negligence,
like
right?
yeah, like they're all just pawns in a way, and that turns on them. Hannibal gets out, goes and kills Chilton. The end.
When did the WWE start? This maybe sounds like a non sequitur, but are they at all inspired by this? Like the giant cage and like because every time I see it, I think of that.
Interesting. That is 1980. So
So
11
well
years.
before this movie.
Yeah. So this
So
film might
maybe
have been
this film
inspired by
was inspired
WWE.
by the WWE, that kind of
You
cage
might
fighting.
you might be the first person to ever have that thought, Sam.
Really? I feel like
Yeah,
that's got to be common. Where
no,
he's
I
like
don't
in
think
the
so.
corner. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
That's
Might just be you.
all I see.
But I will say Hannibal is like the most dramatic bitch ever. I love it. he would fit so well in the WWE
I think he
because he
rehearses
is
his lines. I think
he
he's
has
ready.
to, man.
Yeah.
He is so dramatic. His whole getaway with the police officers is best scene ever, right? But also
Yep.
he is so flamboyant. Like he sets up the whole art display with the one cop's corpse and he
Yeah.
changes the fucking lighting in the
Yeah.
room. Like what? He went through all the effort to change the lighting? Like
Yep.
what? It's great, man.
I love it.
He's so flamboyant. And after he kills the two cops, he like repeats what they said earlier, like "Ready when you are, Sergeant." Whatever. It's great.
Yeah.
He's
Ah.
just one of the best characters ever. I think. So much
And
fun.
do they keep it up in the sequel and prequel? Is he
We'll get
just as
to
good?
that
Because I haven't
at,
seen
at the
any.
end
Yeah.
because I have some things to say about those films.
Okay.
Some words to throw out there. Um, but he is so good in this one. It's all I'll say. He
Yeah.
is killing it. He is chewing the scenery. It's just he does so much with his eyes, man. And it really benefits in this film just because of how like close the camera always is. But
Yep.
like his eyes are so piercing.
Well, and
It's
like
like
you
you can
said before, how focused we are already on like the gaze, like on his.
yeah,
It's great.
definitely. Like it feels like you're being analyzed in a way when he's like staring the camera down and then
Yeah.
to see him like how quickly he can pick apart Clarice. It's great, man. He knows what he is doing.
He does that, Dr. Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah.
Don't
I
get a
love the
PhD for nothing.
nope. He's a sophisticated guy.
He is.
Good drawer too.
He's got it. He's
Tanya
got time to practice. Tanya would love him.
Tanya would love him. I think we should have done a master copy of the one drawing he does of Clarice with the lamb, where she's like
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. That would
Yeah.
have been awesome. I love
We could
that
have
drawing
nailed
so
that, I think.
much. I want that drawing so bad. That'd be so
We
cool
should
to
we should
have.
have got Tanya on this podcast episode. Should have just
For her to
texted
like
her.
criticize or like critique his drawings. That'd been a
Exactly.
fun spin.
Yeah. But also like make her sit through all the top of the show stuff.
Oh yeah, just silently.
Yeah.
It's great. Just
Uh,
introduce her now, like an hour
yeah,
40
exactly.
into this.
All right, you can start talking.
Okay, go.
Yeah.
Um, Let me know if this is just me, but the music in this is so good, but it reminds me of the Danny Elfman Batman score.
I have to
There's
be honest, I did not watch this movie in preparation. I watched it like a year ago and I
son of a
ran out of
bitch.
time to watch it. So I don't remember. It doesn't stand out to me as something I remember.
Oh, I swear,
But
man, you could take like nearly any track from this and put it over the Batman and vice versa, and it
did Danny
fits.
Elfman do the score for this? Because
It was
all
Howard
Danny
Shore,
Elfman. Okay, Danny Elfman's tracks all
Cronenberg
sound kind of the
classic,
same.
Cronenberg classic, Howard Shore.
Okay,
So yeah,
love him.
such a good score, and the way it's shot. I'll go back to that. So good. Like the first encounter with Hannibal is movie just at the top of their game. It's
Movie
like
magic.
so you have Chilton, right? Start of the scene creeping on Clarice. She shuts him down.
Yeah.
And then he quickly starts walking and she's like struggling to keep up because he's just such a dick. And they're like literally descending into hell. It's great, man. There's like this top shot where they're just like going down the stairs and it's exaggerating how like deep they're going. And it's great, man. And then they get to this one part where they're just like cast in like red light and Chilton's showing her this picture of what Hannibal did to like a nurse or like at some previous date. And it's just so effective in building the tension.
Oh
And then
yeah.
you have her go into like the guard room where there's like so much weaponry, right? And all these people and precautions. And you have Barney there, if you remember Barney, who's just like,
How could I forget?
yeah, just standing there and smiling, which I love it. It's just like such a different vibe. It like throws you off
Very,
a little
very,
bit.
very. Yeah.
And then they slam the door behind her, loud chunk, right? She's all by herself. And then you have that POV shot where the camera turns like her turning head to see all the different like inmates.
Yep.
And it's very particular, all the inmates. You have like these like really disturbed individuals. There's a guy brooding, right? There's a guy screaming and crying and like drawing attention to himself. And then turn, you look, and there's just Hannibal standing in the like just in the middle of his
In
cell,
middle.
very
Yep.
very well lit. you
Very
know,
calm.
glass. It's such a great so smart,
Yep.
such a well executed scene. And the camera's like positioned so he's like looking down on her a little bit later in the scene.
Yep.
It's very, very smart. Good job, Demi. I would
Do you know if
direct that.
is the Hannibal mask a real thing? It's
Hannibal
so
Mask.
dramatic. Like, you know, the mask they put on him when they're transporting him.
Oh
Like
yeah, yeah.
it's such a
I
dramatic looking mask.
I know it
Um,
feels like medieval.
yeah. Like, why would they put bars in front of the
Man,
mouth? It just seems like a much harder thing to do, like practically speaking. But it looks so cool. Like it looks
it's
so
such a good
menacing
look, dude.
because it's almost shaped like a
Um,
smile. Like just I don't know. It's great.
it's not typically used in real law enforcement or medical situations. It's a fictional
But it's a
device that's used
real.
to depict the character. Yeah, it's
Wow.
fake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the
That's
closest
too
thing
bad.
is a spit guard mask,
So
which
they don't
keeps
spit at you
prisoners from spitting on others.
because you
Here,
could
look at
definitely
that.
spit through this
That
mask.
would that would definitely not look as dope as the as the
No, no, that is not nearly as menacing. It just looks like a plastic bag over a guy's head.
imagine the universe and
Yeah.
oh geez. Uh-oh.
Uh oh.
We're getting hated on. Hate bomb.
I'm just gonna say sorry.
Say fuck you.
No, I can't say fuck you.
I give you a pass.
I'm gonna say Ethan says.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say F you. It's funny. Well, if he was a real fan, he'd just hop on.
Yeah.
We have somebody in the chat right now. We're trying to get Griffin on. Let's see if he comes. If he
Griffin's
hops
seen
on.
silence.
It's a classic. Oh,
Oh,
guest.
hop on, Griffin.
Where's
Hey,
Graham?
and
What's he doing?
where is Graham? It's the first time I've seen him not on Discord.
Yeah, I know. He's always active.
Yeah.
Maybe he's actually at work. Like he has to do work.
Yeah. Hop on, Griffin. Let's talk.
Let's chat.
5 to 10
5
minutes.
to 10. Well, we can fill.
We can fill 5 to 10.
Um,
That's never stopped anyone before, Griffin.
we're almost at
Being
2
at
hours
work.
already.
I
Yeah,
know.
come on, Griffin. Graham did an entire episode at work.
Yeah. I know. It's one of those things where I
Oh
just
my
think
god.
about that sometimes and I giggle. I just giggle
Yeah,
to myself. It's great, man.
you got to do a work episode sometime.
Oh, that would be such chaotic energy, man.
Get Michael. Just get the whole crew.
You'd hear a lot of herds. You hear the lingo, line cook
Yeah.
talk,
Behind
crashing,
corner.
sewering. You're sewering me.
What does that mean?
Corner. It's like you're fucking me,
Oh,
destroying me.
look at
It's a
that.
classic. Behind's a classic. Corner's a
Yep.
classic.
Yep.
The side, you sometimes coming through or
Yep.
below you if you need to grab something.
I've seen the bear. You know, I know.
Yeah,
I know the
that's
lingo.
basically me. I'm basically the bear of
You're basically the
Moxie's.
bear. You're the bear, except you
Much.
also make movies. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty dope. Pretty fascinating.
Yeah.
Um,
Kind of the
behind
coolest
herd,
person ever.
our chef says herd is the word every time you say herd, which is dope.
That is dope. What does
Yeah,
herd mean? Like
it's like adding on. They'll say like adding on like a chicken alfredo, and you'll go herd.
herd? Oh, herd, like as
Acknowledgement.
in you heard them,
Yeah.
not like there's a herd of buffalo.
No.
Okay, that makes
Well,
more
I don't know. It
sense.
could be that people just say herd.
Yeah, it's just some
Yeah,
arbitrary thing.
a little bit of insight to the kitchen industry for you guys.
Yeah, a peek behind the curtain, if you will.
Yeah.
How the lamb is
Ah,
cooked.
I wish I could get into the lore a bit, but I can't.
You'll get sued.
Yeah.
We can't afford a lawsuit. At Critterpit, we
No.
have no money.
So, do you want to get into murky waters, Sam,
I
with this
absolutely do.
Silence of the Lambs discussion about some potential problematic representation in this film?
Cannibal representation being problematic.
Yeah.
Of
They
course,
are not they're not
uh,
represented well.
The LGBT community. I imagine that's
Yeah,
not what you're referring to.
this is yeah, the way they show cannibals in this film's honestly disgusting.
It's disgusting. It's a
It's
vibrant
really
community.
discriminatory.
They're not all serial
And
killers, and
yeah,
we're
the
not all
way
doctors. Okay, let's get that
yeah,
straight.
they're usually not very well educated. Is my
No,
beef. It's like give them way too much credit.
exactly. It's
But in all
disrespectful.
serious, this is something I've actually grappled with for a while. As I've said, I've loved this film for a while, and I'd say there is an issue with trans representation in this film. And I'll say I'm not the person at all to talk about this,
Yeah,
but what I'll say is I think from I've done a lot of reading about it,
just by
and
Jordan Peterson, I imagine. Just
yeah, by
his take.
Peterson, Shapiro, Walsh,
Yeah,
all the
all the
great
great
intellectuals.
thinkers.
But I think the issue stems from just that one scene of Buffalo Bill is pretty egregious, and its impact on society of Buffalo Bill dancing with the
Yeah,
tuck.
yeah,
And I think I definitely see the criticism there. I think,
yes.
yeah, and
I
it's like
think
impact on society as a large. That's
I
definitely
I
how a lot of
agree.
older people see trans people. It's Buffalo Bill.
I wish it wasn't though, because like you have to
I
look at
know.
Buffalo Bill not just as a member of the LGBT community. You have to look at him as a
Yeah,
serial killer, right? Like
yeah.
as a literal
That's
psychopath. That's where it's okay to have that kind of representation because
and that's what
first
I
and
think.
foremost they are a psychopath.
Mhm. But I guess the issue, especially in the '90s, is there's so little representation, and you
Yeah,
have
this
this
is
movie
all you
come along,
see.
right? And then, like, the movie gets into, like, murky waters too, where they say at points where they they say Bill isn't a transgender person, that they're just like a person who hates themselves so much that they're just trying to change, transform,
Oh yeah, and
which I
also
find
like
interesting,
it
but
is interesting, but I think that it is probably more harmful than
yeah,
and also like the catalyst of like I mean you kind of already said but the catalyst of him is still just gender dysphoria like
yeah,
building a skin suit with all
yeah.
women it's it's
Buffalo
hard
Bill is a
again I don't know that we are the people to
fascinating character,
talk a
though,
lot
like,
about it
very well played, um,
yep
but definitely, like, the sensationalism, I think, is not the greatest, and I think from what I was reading, Jonathan Demme is, like, a very progressive person from what I was
oh
reading.
cool
Like, well, you can see that just in how, like, women's issues are represented in this film, and people have said, like, if Jonathan Demme was still alive today, he'd probably come to regret
yeah
this and wanna do it differently.
or at least comment on it right like
Yeah. All
yeah I think
speculation, though, I guess.
yeah yeah it's hard to say maybe he would have turned
But,
out to be a
like, Buffalo Bill's such an interesting character, like, all the trans issues aside, right? Because you have the whole, like, angle with the moths and the obsession with the, like, transformation, which I
yep
think is a great angle to look at.
transformation
Ooh,
oh
a little bit of wordplay. That's fascinating. Whoa,
yeah
fuck, that scared me. That's loud.
wake you up a little bit.
God
Was it
damn.
loud?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not that loud for me.
That's it was so loud that I got a pop-up saying, "Do you wanna adjust how loud the soundboard is?" I'm gonna turn that down a little bit.
Turn it up. Turn it up.
It was at 100%. Damn. But yeah, you have the whole butterfly angle. There's so much, like, imagery, which is so iconic, right? The
Yeah,
it puts the lotion on his skin or else it gets the hose again.
that's
It's
a very
great.
good impression.
Is it?
I think
Thanks.
so.
I thought you were gonna say, "Ethan, stop doing a David Lynch impression, because you
Doesn't
say
sound
all
anything
my
like David Lynch.
because you always say all my impressions are David Lynch."
Most of them are.
Oh, no, no, no.
For a while, you would just say that you'd say like, "It's me, Martin Scorsese, and I'm doing and I'm doing this." But, it's all David Lynch. David
Well,
Lynch is so
we'll
great.
grow. You could say
Great.
I've transformed.
Yes, into Buffalo Bill,
Yeah.
a
But, like, the
trans
name
icon.
Buffalo Bill, that's such a good name. That's such a good name for a serial killer dude.
Yep.
Um, and also, like, around his den, right, they have, like, Nazi memorabilia, right?
Hmm.
They have photos of the actor with like strippers. There's so much going on down there. So I'll say like excellent mise en scène. Really
Yes.
great stuff going on there.
What's
Even
up
just
with
with
his
the
basement?
pit.
Why does he have a pit in his basement?
If I had to guess, probably to skin folks. If I had to guess.
Okay.
And there's like a fucking decaying corpse in the bathtub.
Yep.
Ew, dude. Gross.
Gross.
I bet
Don't
that
put that in your
smells.
movie.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
That was a
Or
mistake. I wouldn't
yeah,
direct that.
I wouldn't direct that. Um, yeah, and oh, here's a great little bit of insight actually from the Criterion booklet. The whole film's about like perspective, right? And the gaze. And so he's anchored in that, right? With
Yep.
Clarice, Lecter, all the dudes. In the final scene of the film, or not the final, the penultimate one, right? In the dark, Griffin.
Griffin.
Oh,
What's up, dog?
not much. I just got off work. I'm driving home.
Nice.
I'll finish
Yeah.
my thought then. In the penultimate scene of the film, Clarice's vision is taken away. Her
Yeah.
perspective, her gaze, and then we're locked in Buffalo Bills. There's all
Yep.
the perspective shots of just his like head with the night
With the
goggles.
night vision.
It's so creepy. He's
Yep.
like trying to caress her hair. It's great.
It's very, very off-putting.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Incredible. I've seen that
And then
sequence
just
so many times. Like in every
all,
film studies class, they always show
all
it.
the like flashes of light when she shoots him. So well made.
Yep.
Griffin, what do you think of Silence of the Lambs?
To be honest, I don't really remember it that well. Yeah, you guys
Perfect.
probably shouldn't have asked me to join. I have next to no opinions on that movie.
I know you've seen it though, so
Yeah, to me, I liked it. But yeah, it's just one of those movies. I don't know. I didn't really take much away from it.
I remember our
Okay.
discussions anchoring around that you didn't think it was a horror movie.
I found it more to be a thriller than a horror. Yeah.
But I think like in that like penultimate scene Ethan's talking about, that is just scary.
Yeah, it definitely has like horror aspects, but I felt like the movie as a whole didn't feel like a horror movie.
Makes
Okay.
sense.
I think I agree with that actually.
Yeah.
I'd still call it a horror movie though, I think. At the end of the
Elevated horror.
day. Yeah, elevated horror, as we've said. How about Griffin, what do you think about the transgender representation in Silence of the Lambs?
Oh my god.
We're getting into it.
We're getting into it.
Pretty,
This is why we have guests.
possibly a little aged, maybe.
A little aged, okay.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Would you say it's positive?
No. No.
No?
I don't
You're
think
saying
it's
that there
very
shouldn't be
positive.
any trans representation in the media at all. That's what you're
Okay.
saying.
Yeah,
You're
that's
saying there
actually that's the natural next step. Yeah.
Yep. Just remove any reference.
Yeah. There's bad
Wow.
representation. You got to get rid of it all.
Yeah.
Wow. You heard it here
It's either
first,
bad
folks.
representation or none at all.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, Griffin, I think you and Sam should get into it a little bit. Because you guys have beef.
I'm responsible for
Oh,
not uploading
yeah.
the last episode.
Yeah. Man,
I've
I
just
was
been
told
busy.
that I was told that'll be the same day.
Oh, well, really?
But maybe my beef should lie with Ethan for telling me that.
It should. I almost never get them up the same day.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I always get
Because
that
I asked
notification
Ethan,
day up.
I asked Ethan how long he thinks it'll be till it's uploaded, and he said it's usually the same day.
Yeah, it's usually within the week. I just kind of had a busy weekend and then forgot
Yeah.
about it, and I've just been tired. But it's so easy. I'll put it up by the end of this week for sure. By Friday.
All right.
We're gonna have you starring in it. That's gonna be a thing.
Yeah.
Instead of
Yeah.
guest starring.
Oh yeah. Ethan, did you tell Sam the change that you and I were talking about the other day? Getting rid of Sam as a host.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna kick me out of my own podcast?
Yeah, sorry,
Oh,
man. Me and Ethan are
we're-
taking over.
We're just agreeing that I kind of do all the work.
You do all the work, yeah.
I do
Yeah.
everything, bro.
Yeah,
So
sorry,
it's
bro,
like,
but you're out.
I'm out, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. I'm gonna take my designs with me. You have to design a new logo.
no, dude.
Gotta start fresh.
Yeah, you can stay. You can stay. Me and Griffin.
I've
will be
already
doing,
done the first 100 thumbnails, so I
Yeah.
gotta,
So you're
I'm
locked
committed.
in now.
Yeah, you can take it after 101.
Okay.
Okay.
Me and Griffin we're doing Critter Couch. That's gonna be the show me and Griffin do.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Video games.
Starting with the Elden Ring episode.
that'll be
Yeah,
exciting.
it will be
Yeah.
fun.
You guys were gonna do like specific one as well, like a video essay on something, right?
Ye- Let's see.
Was it? What was that
Like,
again?
I don't know if that should
Didn't
be
you
a
want to
video
do a
essay or a
retrospective on
podcast.
Half-Life?
No, on Takashi Meat. I don't know.
Right.
Oh, I
if that would
thought
be
you
better.
said some. I thought you said something about Half-Life.
No, I just want to do a Critter Couch on Half-Life. I think that'd be fun.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was like a retrospective you wanted to do.
So yeah, I don't know if that should be a retrospective or a podcast. What do you guys think? Weigh in on this for Takashi.
Wait,
Meat.
the Half-Life one?
No, Takashi Meat. Mike.
I think that should be better on the podcast because that's just
We're losing them.
Yeah, we're losing them.
to just discuss.
Goodbye, Griffin. I think he
Griffin?
died.
Hello?
Yeah. Hello. You were chunking
Hello.
really hard.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
we heard like
You
every
good?
third word.
wait, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, I said I think that one should just be a podcast because that stuff's more fun to just like loosely discuss.
Riff.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
his
riff a
movies are just all over the place. I think it would be fitting to have just an episode
Yeah.
that's all over the
I think we
place.
should choose like 5 or like pick a good handful of his best, right? Like
Yeah.
really different ones. And then
That'd be
just
cool.
them all.
Yeah.
I do want to do some like kind of more scripted stuff though sometime. Like an
Yeah, me
actual
too.
like, deep dive into a movie.
I kind of want to do like a Star Wars thing. Just talk about all the Star Wars movies because there's so much to talk about.
I
Yeah,
don't
movies.
want to. I don't want to watch all those again.
Well, you have to. You have
Yeah.
to take all the notes and
Yeah.
write the script, and
Yeah.
then Ethan and I will talk.
I also refuse to watch most of the new ones. So
But I think just Star Wars would be fun because there's so much to talk about. But it's like it's simple stuff. It's small
Yeah.
tomatoes, small potatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't have to do any super deep analysis.
Yeah. And
you
I have a
don't
lot
want
of
to.
opinions
You want to
on
do a
that
deep
franchise.
dive into Star Wars.
Well, we could. We will. It'll be a 7-hour episode.
We'll break it down.
Yeah.
This episode's already like 3 hours.
No, we're just at 2 hours now. I think
Oh.
we started
Yeah.
at 8. Feels
Yeah,
like
we should definitely do Takashi Miike retrospective, Cronenberg retrospective, and a Von Trier one. Those are like the essentials, I think.
Yeah, I think we got to do a Werner Herzog retrospective.
Yeah, that'd be sick. I'm pretty unfamiliar with most of his stuff, so be
Me too.
sick.
Well, we were in
R.I.P.
his memorial film crew. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Yeah. What else do I have to say about Silence of the Lambs? The interaction with Lecter and the Senator is amazing. That's iconic. I love the ending of that, where he's like, "And one more thing, Senator. Love your suit." That's great.
Looks
Very funny.
tasty.
Looks tasty. I'd like to eat you because I'm a cannibal.
Hannibal the cannibal.
That's pretty silly.
That
is
was silly
pretty
when he said that. Yeah.
Just you like
Did
if
you
your
want to
name's
say anything
Hannibal.
about the sequels?
Last thing I'll say about Silence before we get that is the parallel cutting in that one scene is so good.
Yeah.
And this movie is just it's so good at building suspense. It's so good. Like there's so many sequences where it's just like as I've mentioned already, the deep dive I did into the first meeting, so much suspense is being built. Like every facet of filmmaking's on employ there to build suspense, right? Or even just like
Absolutely.
the storage locker scene, right? Where they're struggling to open it for a bit. And Clarice like comes up with a solution, right? She's a girl boss, right? She comes up with a solution. She gets under there, she like cuts herself and she's like going through this whole area and there's so much like character building of like all the shit Lecter has in this locker. And it just builds up so much tension to that head in the jar. It's great.
Yep.
And then of course the final scene with the parallel cutting between like the FBI raid on the wrong house and it like turns out Clarice is in the right place. It's great, man.
Clarice. Yeah.
Yeah. Great, bro.
Incredible.
And last thing I'll say is this is the best ending of all time, I think, in a movie. It might be. It is.
I think the Amarcord ending was beautiful.
Which one's that again?
That's the one where they like see the big ship and they're all on the boats, and
It ends on that?
I think so,
Oh.
doesn't it?
I don't remember.
Pretty sure that's where it
Might.
ends. That would be a good ending.
It's a great scene, regardless.
Yeah.
But like, this is the best ending of all time, dude. She like is celebrating, right? She just graduated. She busted the Buffalo Bill, and she
Yep.
gets a phone call, and
And he's
it's
out.
Hannibal.
He
And
says,
he's
"What's up? What's up? What's up? What's
what's
up?
what's up, Bitconnect. He's
Hey.
shilling for Bitconnect now. He's the salesman.
Buy my Hannibal the Cannibal NFT.
Yeah, it's going to the moon, baby.
NFT
But
to
no,
the
man.
moon."
He's tracked Chilton down to the Caribbeans. He says the best line of all time. I'm having an old friend for dinner, bro. Do you get it?
That's great because he's gonna
It worked.
eat him.
He's gonna eat him for dinner, dude. How
Ah!
good is that? And then he disappears in the crowd, and the whole like credits play over the crowd, and it's like,
Yep.
damn, this dude's just gonna
He's out
fucking
there.
eat so many Caribbean people, probably.
Yeah, and
After
then I love the
Chilton
post-credit sequence that said Hannibal will return
turned Red Dragon.
in Red. Well, wasn't Red Dragon the prequel? Or
Yeah, it's a prequel. Yeah.
yeah.
Can
But
you guys
wow,
hear
what-
me? Can you guys hear me like moving stuff around?
Not really.
No.
Okay, good. I just think it'd be really funny if throughout like the entire podcast you could just hear me banging shit around.
You're chilling.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, yeah.
Man, what a film. 9 out of
What
10.
a film!
Could be 10 out of 10, but
It's hard to
unfortunately,
give 10.
I just think the representation issues, like it's aged so well in a sense, just with a like feminist perspective, but then you just
Yeah.
have like the trans issues, and it's like, oh, it's just that one scene is so. You watch it and you're like, ah,
Come on.
I'm surprised you didn't
on.
want Keegan on for this episode.
I asked him, and you know what he said? I quote. He
Something
said,
really
"I would."
transphobic.
Yeah, it was crazy, dude.
Can't even
No,
repeat it. YouTube will
said-
flag us.
He said, "I would have not much to say politically on that one." It's like, what, Keegan? What? And then he said, transgender issues are not my wheelhouse. And I said,
Whoa, transphobe
not-
alert.
and
Turf.
yeah, I said,
Turf.
it's not my wheelhouse either, Keegan, but you better believe I'm going to speak on it with utmost authority.
Exactly. That's why people tune in to hear our
Yeah.
absolute takes.
On the, yeah,
Being
Yeah, that's a
19 and
massive-
22,
That's
we
a
know what we're
massive
talking
Critterpit
about.
following.
yeah. Our takes are pretty locked in for the most part. They're
I
pretty
think
good.
so. I don't think we're ever going to change.
Yeah. It's good.
That's
9
good.
out of
That's
10.
healthy. Yeah, 9 out of 10.
Would
Sick
you
cover.
buy that Criterion? It is a sick cover, isn't it?
Well,
looking
here's
at
the
it right
thing.
now.
You already have it. I'll just steal it from you. Don't need to buy it.
It's a very good point.
Yeah.
I think
Oh.
I asked on the last episode I was on, but is Akira a Criterion?
I think it might have used to been, but it's out of print now.
Because if that is,
Might have been
I'd
on
love to be on
Laserdisc.
that episode.
Yeah. If it's got a spine number, we'll definitely do it. But I'm sure it's
Yeah.
probably like a little ways down the line.
Damn, it's not on there.
We're never going to
Shit.
talk about it. It's banned.
Yep.
Yeah, you're not allowed to bring it up.
Yeah.
Can you edit that bit out, please?
Yeah,
Sam?
I'm going to edit. It's going to be gone. Don't even worry
We
about
don't
it.
talk
Any movie
about
that's not a Criterion is not allowed to be mentioned.
We just bleep it out. We put in Seven Samurai over. We like
the last
whenever
2
we talk
hours
about
of this
something else.
podcast need to be bleeped
Like a
over.
really bad,
Yeah.
like really badly dub over it with the name
Yeah.
of a Criterion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Say like talk about like Ichi the Killer, dub over it, just Marriage Story.
Marriage Story. Yeah. Bottle
Yeah.
Rocket.
Temptation of Christ.
Yeah.
Cleo from 5 to 7.
Yeah.
Make the most
I love it.
confusing episode because nobody knows what movie you're talking about.
Exactly.
That's
Because
kind
this
of like the
podcast is
Critterpit
all
charm, though.
tangents. We spent like an hour and a half
I know.
talking about top of the show stuff, which was great.
It
We had a
was
lot to
good
say.
though. We've been gone for a while. We have a lot to cover.
Yeah, we have been gone for a while. This is the next episode after the one that we recorded.
Yeah, so
so
2 in a
Critter
row.
Nation.
Nation will have 2 podcasts back to back to enjoy. So that's a nice little treat.
Yep. Yep. What's coming up next week?
Next week is the Samurai trilogy. Yeah.
3 for 1.
3 for 1. That's gonna be a fun one.
That will be fun. I'm excited
have
to
to
see
li-
these movies.
Yeah. Graham. That's gonna be another Graham episode. I'm excited.
I feel like there will be a long one because it's 3
It's gonna
movies.
be like 3
We're gonna
movies
be
with
here
Graham
for a
in
long
like
time.
probably a tangent every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
We're
good.
not going to get through anything, but it'll be great.
It's gonna be iconic.
Yep. And then
after
Solo?
that- is it Solo after Sam? It is. Fuck, dude.
Wow, we're so close to that.
2 episodes away from D-Day. Wow.
Are you going to come on Solo, Griffin?
Maybe if I'm free, I'll hop on
Good.
You have
because I
to,
have
bro.
seen that movie, regrettably.
You have to watch it again. You have to watch it for the pod.
Who put it on that movie month? Who did that?
I think the
Griffin?
same person that did Armageddon.
Was it Bride?
It was Bryden.
That motherfucker, dude. God damn.
Terrible. We'll
Who
save our
else would it
thoughts.
have been?
Yeah.
Ethan would put it on.
No.
Well, you did put Martyrs on, so
That's a
He put
good
it on
film, though.
when we
bro.
watched it.
Yeah. On Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
That was
Jake
a
and
vibe.
Ethan watched Solo on Valentine's Day.
And Matt, though.
And Matt. Yeah.
it's pretty romantic.
It was a
It
crazy
was.
vibe
We all held hands. It was
in Jake
very
Rob's
romantic.
movie theater. Crazy
Terrible
vibe.
night.
Yeah.
Great night though.
Great night. So yeah, there's a lot of other Hannibal movies in the HCU, the Hannibal Cinematic Universe.
Are they all connected?
For the most part, they're only connected by Anthony Hopkins
Anthony
returning. Yeah. What I'll say is it's been a very long time since I've watched these. I watched like all of these back to back in like the 10th grade.
Mm.
But I remember quite liking Red Dragon actually.
Such a sick title.
I know. I remember Ralph Fiennes was in it and he was really great.
Yep. Rafe
He always
Fiennes,
is.
you mean?
Ray Fiennes.
Rafe Fiennes, yeah. I think that's who you're talking about. You said Ralph Fiennes, but I think you mean Rafe.
Is that not how
Fiennes.
you pronounce that?
Yeah, you pronounce it Rafe. It's even though it's spelled Ralph.
What?
Yeah.
Stop. Rafe?
I'm not kidding. Rafe. Yep. The guy who played
Not a
Voldemort,
fan of
right?
that. The guy who played Francis Dollarhide, actually.
And
But,
the guy from the menu.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Chef. Heard chef?
Yep. Yeah, his name is Rafe.
That's weird. Don't like that. But
Shut
yeah, I
up.
remember liking Red Dragon. There's a really funny scene in it where Edward Norton like has to call his son like a bunch of insults for some plot reasons. It's very funny. Not supposed to be, but I
Edward
found it
Norton's
really
in that
humorous.
movie?
Yeah, he plays Will Graham.
Okay.
I remember liking that one. I've also seen Hannibal. I thought it was much worse
And
than,
the other two.
but I liked it still. But in retrospect, that's definitely a bad movie.
The poster's
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, it's a really bad one. I'm
It makes
gonna
it look
actually
like
see if there's
like
a
a
better
Saw
one.
movie.
This is Who is this? This is Ridley Scott. Wow.
Ridley Scott directed Hannibal?
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
I don't like Ridley Scott. That's so weird. Ridley
Kind of
Scott's directed
dumbfounding, huh?
so many movies. Yeah,
Oh yeah. Blade Runner, Alien,
Blade Runner,
Rush,
Alien,
Gladiator, House of Gucci.
Gladiator.
Wow.
Yeah, he also
Hannibal,
directed
definitely
that Matt Damon movie with
not great. But Ray Liotta's in it. And so is Gary Oldman in like a
Rest in
really,
Peace, Ray Liotta.
yeah, rip. He was great. Rewatched Goodfellas recently. Really,
Great
really
in that.
great movie. Um, Gary Oldman plays like a guy with a lot of prosthetics in Hannibal. It really creeped me out as a kid
Gary
or as a
Oldman
younger me.
loves prosthetics, I think. I feel like I see
I
him in
love it.
prosthetics a lot. He's
I
in
love
a
a
lot of
guy who loves
prosthetics in
prosthetics.
Churchill, and then of course Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Mm.
Not Dracula. Yeah.
I think Hannibal's the one where Hannibal feeds like a kid, a human, on like an airplane, right? You ever seen that on like TikTok?
No.
It's
Sounds
like
terrible.
it gets TikToked a lot, but like Hannibal's on a plane eating like some human flesh, and there's a little kid next
As you
to him.
do.
It's like, yeah, it's like super discreet, but like the kid's like, "What's that? I wanna have some," and Hannibal feeds him just some human flesh unknowingly.
Oh God.
Yeah, bit gnarly, but and it's actually great that you're here, Griffin, because we can get a bit into the lore. Hannibal Rising is the other Hannibal film.
Yeah.
And you can speak to this a little bit, Griffin. What do I think about Hannibal Rising?
You really don't like it.
There was a time where that was probably every other sentence out of my mouth.
Yep.
You just hate Hannibal Rising.
And
What
for
was
Misha.
M for Misha? That was a
Uh-huh.
staple back in the day, huh?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's so, so, so bad. So bad. It's like Hannibal's uh origin story, and it's the worst shit. It's like he's coming up in like Lithuania, right? And he gets like attacked by cannibal Nazis, right? Or also like child rapists, just the most like ridiculous shit.
Do they
Who
give him
like
his name? Does he go around? He says, What's your name?" He says, "I don't have a name, but I'm a cannibal." And then they say, "Hannibal.
like
Hannibal's your name."
Hannibal? That would have been great.
Yeah.
If only they did a few more rewrites, they would have found that
They
gem.
would have got there eventually. They get Ron
No,
Howard in on this.
here I'm gonna spoil all of Hannibal Rising though, if you don't mind.
I
They
don't.
kill his sister Misha, right?
Yep. Rip.
Hannibal then goes out. He like
Do they
he's in a
mange on
love of
Misha?
hmm?
Do they mange on Misha? Do they eat her?
Yeah, I think so.
Nice.
Yeah. Goes out. He has sex with a Japanese woman, I remember. A lot of dumb shit happens. Very like by the books serial killer movie. So
That
awful.
sucks.
And in the end he kills somebody and he goes, M for Misha, and carves an M in them. It's really, really awful.
Yeah.
Really not good. So
I'm gonna watch it right away. That sounds incredible.
yeah, I need to
It's
watch
gonna be
it.
the first thing I do after this podcast. Hannibal
Directed by
Rising.
Peter Weber, who also
What else
directed
has he
Girl
directed?
with a Pearl Earring.
Which is just like based on that painting? Like, is there any
Yeah,
more?
it's the painting
The
movie.
painting movie.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've also
Hannibal
seen a
Rising.
bit of what's that TV show with Hannibal?
Hannibal?
Is it
No, it's
just
not
called
called.
Hannibal?
It might be.
Yeah. The Netflix one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just called Hannibal.
I thought it's a weird one, man.
I love
That
Matt
was a weird
Mikkelsen.
one.
He's
Yeah,
Hannibal,
Mads
right?
Mikkelsen is really good in that.
Yeah.
But my biggest issue was just like the main character, and that is Will Graham, right? And he's just, I don't know, man. He has this like, he has like super empathy is this thing in that,
Mhm.
right?
Even
And
for
there's
Hannibal
all,
the Cannibal.
yeah. So his whole thing is he's just like such a good detective because he can, and there's these crazy sequences where he has like empathy visions where he can see exactly what a serial killer would do,
He's an
right?
empath.
Yeah. He's the biggest empath ever.
Awesome.
And those sequences are just crazy looking, man. Crazy CGI, where you just like can see exactly what's going down. He's always like struggling with his dark side, right? Because he can empathize with serial killers so much.
Wow.
And I thought it was so fucking
Such an
stupid.
empath. Bro, such an empath. The FBI hired him.
Yeah. Well,
It's-
listen, the reason that I hate the Hannibal show is because they just completely ignore the Hannibal rising continuity. They just throw it out the
Yeah.
window.
Pissed me the hell off, man. There should have been
Yeah.
some Easter eggs or some cameos or
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
They
Something. Some post-credit scenes.
There should have been like a Force Ghost of Misha, right? In there at
Yeah.
some point.
Remember me.
M for Misha. That's all she says.
Yeah.
So I didn't get very far in that show. But it was fun. There's like a new serial killer every episode. So it was like Monster of the Week, but with serial killers.
Like
Love it.
Dexter.
Hmm?
Like Dexter.
Never watched Dexter.
I watched like I think the first 3 or 4 seasons. I never
Oh,
finished
damn.
it.
I
My
heard it
family
ends kind of poorly, but otherwise it's pretty good.
I don't really remember it, but I remember liking it when I was little. So
Yeah, there's some crazy killers in Hannibal there. There's a guy who like made people into like angels, which is cool. That's all I
That was
remember.
cool.
I think there was a guy who like played people's bodies like instruments or made instruments out of people's bodies or something. Which is kind of cool.
That's cool. You make a xylophone out of ribs? That just makes sense to me.
I'm going down the list.
a drum set out of skulls.
Yeah. Because this show that you're describing, it sounds like Manhunter almost. Or just like serial killer of the week.
Yeah.
Talk to them and empathize with them.
I kind of want to rewatch it because I feel like I think I'd like it a little more. Maybe.
Yeah. TV shows are hard to watch. They're so long.
I know.
2-hour movie, so manageable. It's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, TV shows suck.
Boo, LTV show.
I'm all about film.
That's all I ever think about. Well,
Yeah.
that was a good ep, I think. Anybody else have
Yeah.
anything to say?
I'm just
No.
reading about the Hannibal TV show. It's weird.
Yeah.
The Tooth Fairy.
Tooth Fairy's part of the Hannibal universe,
Yeah.
like the Dwayne The Rock Johnson
The
movie.
more you know.
Takes
the
place
more you know.
within the Hannibal movie universe.
Yeah.
Hannibal's loose running around in the background of one of the shots.
Love it.
Love it.
What else do I have to say? Nothing. Did we want to call Nick and ask him about DC Gorillas?
Yeah, see if he picks up, because he never picks up for me. So you try and call him.
I'll text him. Nick, do you have much to say about DC Universe Gorillas?
He will. He has much to say about all DC things.
Nicholas. There he is.
Liquors.
Griffin, do you have a movie to recommend while you're here? Just because that's pretty convenient.
Yeah.
I don't know. I rewatched Interstellar last night. That's such a good movie.
Great film.
Never seen it.
You haven't
You
seen
should.
Interstellar?
No.
Because it's not in the collection? You're not
Yeah.
willing to watch it?
I'm bound by
Oh
the
yeah,
collection.
sorry, you guys are gonna have to bleep that out now.
Yeah. Are any Christopher Nolan movies in the collection? Memento?
Nick says Grodd. He likes
Should be,
Grodd.
though.
Call him. Call him.
I didn't remember
Does he know about Critterpit?
I don't know. Just give him a call. See if he'll hop on.
I didn't remember how quickly Interstellar gets like really fucking sad.
Yeah. From the start, really.
Yeah, like
Just
yeah, him and his
depressing
daughter.
movie.
so fucking sad, man. And that's before
Yeah.
like any of the action starts.
Yep. Him just having to leave. And then
Yeah,
like even on a repeat viewing when you're like, don't leave, don't let him
Yeah.
leave. You know all the context.
yeah, because like he's in like a cycle basically.
Yep.
Come on, Nick. What do you
Also,
say?
really cool depiction of like the fourth and fifth dimension.
Hmm. Just this library of time. It's
Yeah,
really cool. I really like that. Blew my
yeah,
mind when I first saw it. I got to see that movie in theaters. That was really awesome.
that would be dope. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like one of very few movies that it's like genuinely jaw dropping at points.
Yeah.
Like when
Like
they're
that black hole.
yeah, I was gonna say when they're pulling up on the black hole, that looks so fucking cool.
Yeah.
And it
That's
just
just
gives such a good sense of scale too,
yeah.
like of how big things are. Uh,
It's
Such a
so
good
impressive.
movie.
Like how did they like make that? Like there's so much like science they had to think about, and then on top of that, like to the angles and just the cinematography. It's incredible. Incredible film.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched some like video a little while ago talking about like how the fourth dimension's shown and like the video says like obviously we can't actually understand how it would look, but they're like
Yeah.
based on math, what the movie shows is as close as we've ever gotten to being able to like visually depict it.
Thank you, Christopher Nolan.
Yeah,
Genius.
it's just like crazy. Makes you wonder like
Yeah.
who thought that up.
I think Christopher Nolan is maybe like like he is from the fourth dimension. That's why he's so like concerned about time in his movies.
Yeah.
So he's trying to like represent it to us laymen. He's trying to show us what reality is like in higher dimensions. Any progress on Nick?
Give me a second. You guys continue what you're doing. Nick's being Nick.
Nah, he's not picking up.
No, we're having a text chat right now.
Come on, Nicholas. My dream guest.
Who's Nicholas?
Nicholas Ratso
I'm out of
Lickers.
the loop.
He's in our film classes. I don't know if Ethan's told you the story, but he's the guy who said that you need to watch movies at least 2 times before you can critique them at all. Like you can't have an opinion about a movie unless you've seen it twice. And movies shouldn't be like art. There should just be purely entertainment. Like turn your mind off. And this is a guy like in film production, so it's kind of a little concerning.
Those sound like two opinions held by drastically different people.
It's the same guy. He's
Yeah.
like a super Marvel, like he knows all of that kind of lore. And he's pretty good at pool, but he's also like he will rage quit at anything when he starts losing and gets super butthurt about it. Like he's great.
That's crazy to be like a Marvel fanboy and also hold the opinion that you need to watch a movie multiple times to hold an opinion on it.
Well, he says that because we were critiquing Marvel movies. He was like, you have to turn your brain off to watch these movies. You can't critique them. And it's like it's so stupid. But I love Nick. He's such a character. I think he's 20 years old. Like he's older than you guys, but he has these batshit opinions about what movies should be. Anyway, I hope he gets on the phone.
I don't think it's
he
gonna
will.
work.
No.
I asked, would you like to call into me and Sam's podcast to talk about DC Gorillas? And he said 2 points, maybe. And second point, it's mine and Sam's. So correct my grammar. And I said, we're doing it right now if you would like to join. And he said, I'm gaming right now.
It's not my. It would be my and Sam's, not mine and Sam's.
Oh
So,
no.
Nicholas, you're wrong again.
Oh, Nicky.
If
Well-
only we had him on like whatever PlayStation call, he would be here.
That's how we have to do it with Cole. If we want Cole on, we have to do it on a gaming call.
Figure that all out.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Outside
that
of
was
gaming,
another-
Cold doesn't exist.
Nicholas likes Gorilla Grodd. Is all I
That's
got
good.
from him.
That is good.
And I'm asking him about Detective Chimp. What's he saying?
Were you listening to my analysis of Nicholas? Do you agree? Did I miss anything
Yeah.
that was super important?
Um.
Oh, he
I'll s-
sexually harasses Ethan and Jake.
Yeah. I agree. Oh my God, Nick. I said, what about Detective Chimp? And he said, he's not a gorilla. And then just the forest. I don't know what that means.
Awesome.
What is the forest means? I
The
don't know.
forest.
I don't know, man. Uh, yeah.
Awesome. Three cheers for Nicholas. I love these sound bites.
That only we can hear.
Yeah, they're only for the people in the call, not for the
Yeah.
not for the listeners.
Just
That's
10
for
seconds
the
of
Patreon
silence on the pod.
subscribers. That's
Exactly.
for the Patreon subscribers. Oh,
When
one
we
day
first
we'll get
discovered these sound bites, we just had like probably like minutes of silence because we were just
Oh yeah,
playing with
dude.
them.
We're just blasting them, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's great.
shit. Even though, so no
Yeah.
Nick, but we have no Nick, no Troy, but we have Griffin. So
Yeah. That's great. And we went 2.5 hours, so that's pretty
yeah,
good to do.
yeah,
It's a long ep.
that is a long ep. It's our
Let's see.
longest ep.
I don't. Yeah, our longest ep, I think, because I'm looking at the like chat log. I think our longest ep before this was 2 hours 17 minutes.
Oh shit, I didn't even know we made it over 2 hours before. Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we went a really long time once with Graham.
yeah. I bet we did. So you're recommending Interstellar, Griffin, for the recommendation? Was it?
I guess so. It's the first
Are
thing
you
that comes to mind.
Are you confident on that one?
Yeah, it's a good movie.
And have you seen Silence of the Lambs?
Yeah.
Would you buy Silence of the Lambs,
No.
like the Criterion?
No.
What if it was 50% off?
Yeah, half off, $20.
How much is 50% off?
$20.
American.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, we're getting somewhere.
I wouldn't buy it full price.
Yeah. I'm really hoping that America hits that debt ceiling they've been talking about so that the US dollar crashes and we can buy all of the Criterions for like nothing.
That'd be pretty sick.
That would be so sick. Just ruin the American economy so that we can have cheap movies.
Economic collapse.
Exactly.
So I can afford Criterions.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
Fair.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Oh, I
I
forgot to
respect
mention that I went to the Molhoff compound the other day.
You went to his
Sam.
house?
Yeah, with Sean.
What's it like?
It's very nice. It's a very nice home.
Huh.
But like Matt, like the entire basement is pretty much his. It's kind of crazy. It's very nice.
Ching.
A lot of Lego, a lot of Lego, Pop
Nice.
Funkos, and like cool stuff. Very nice. And we watched Lady Snowblood, which is the film that inspired Kill Bill, which is cool.
Cool.
Yeah, I saw Sean again.
He's still alive.
Yeah,
Good.
good for him.
It'll be so weird to go back in September.
I know.
All these characters are back in my
They're
life.
back and better than ever.
Yep.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I'm
But
excited
in the
to see them
meantime,
all.
keep crittering,
Ethan,
Critter Nish.
you know what guest you guys should try to get on?
Hmm.
You should try to get Arabella on.
That'd be crazy, dude. That'd be some deep lore, man.
Because she made
I
a
don't.
cameo in a fella film.
I know. So she is forever linked to this.
Yeah.
Get her on.
There's a connection there.
That's some deep lore, man. I haven't talked to her in forever.
Just
I
out
talked
of
to
the
her
blue, reach out.
like a month ago.
Yeah. Ask
Yeah.
her. How do you feel about cinema, and how do you feel
Yeah.
about
The Samurai trilogy. Solo. No,
Yeah.
get her on for Solo.
How do you feel about Sala? Maybe I should reach out to her.
We got lots of
Yeah.
good eps coming up.
We do.
We
I
can't
wanna
get her
get
on the
horror
David episode
stage.
though. David,
I wanna get
it's just David.
yeah. No Graham, no
No
Griffin.
Graham, no Graham for sure. I love Graham, but it's a serious episode.
We have to impress David.
Yeah,
Wait, which episode is this?
I don't even remember anymore. But
Was it Shock Corridor?
yeah, this
Samuel
is somebody
Fuller?
that like neither of us know, and
Yeah.
we're just a fan of his, so he's going to be coming on.
So that's big. That's very
Who is
big.
this
Very
dude?
big.
It's
He just found his letterbox. He followed us both on Letterboxd. He goes to
yeah.
the U of A.
It's
I
not
thought he
horror
was Sam's
stage, is
friend.
it?
No, Horror Sage is my white whale at the moment.
Yeah.
That would be so sick. I've told you about the Horror Sage lore,
Oh
right,
yeah.
Sam?
Yep.
Yeah. I feel like
You
we
can
should get
explain it to
Griffin
the
on.
Critter Nation.
I don't think I've even explained the whole lore to you.
Probably not.
So we were watching. It was like me, Griffin, Keegan, maybe Caleb, and we were watching unedited footage of a bear. You ever seen that one?
No.
Well, it's just like creepy little Adult Swim thing, little film they always do. And I'll say I actually got Keegan during that. It was so funny. I have to put this out there because I know he's gonna watch this. It's supposed to just be like unedited footage of a bear, right? But then you get like an advertisement that just pops up, and then the film is like this horror film in the advertisement. It like goes off the rail. It's really cool. It's
Oh, okay.
like a YouTube video. But when like the ad first popped up, I'm like, Keegan, skip the ad. What are you doing? And then he tried to skip it, and he just paused the video because it's not an actual ad.
He was mad.
Watching on YouTube, he was very mad. I got him, so that was great. Anyways, that's all very irrelevant. We watched that, went in the letterbox, all logged it, and Griffin started hating on this dude as he does Horror Sage.
What I do?
Yeah, he just started hating on him, Horror Sage. But then we started talking to him, and he just turned out to be like the dopest dude. Just like the dopest reviews, the dopest page, watches so many movies.
Yeah.
And it's turned into a blossoming friendship where we've all followed each other. He likes all my reviews, I like all his, and it's wonderful.
It's
Hating
awesome.
always leads to positive things.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I mean. You're on 2 episodes and you're our number 1 hater.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Isn't that wonderful?
That's
So
that's
I think
what I want people to take away from this
Hating is a
episode.
beautiful thing.
Hating is a
a
beautiful thing.
and you all should be doing more of it.
Keep hating, Critter Nation. Keep hating.
Keep hating, guys. Peace.
All right.
hating.
Peace.